It was a little bit of a hard setup, but I think we've got it working now. Welcome, everyone. This is BND, the live stream where a bunch of friends from high school try to play Dungeons and Dragons remotely over the internet. It is a very good experiment, and we're going to see if it works. So thank you for joining us, if anyone's actually joining us. Our players, of course, are Tim and Erin, the dwarven wizard who isn't afraid to cast grease on a stranger, and the half-elf bard who has to deal with the consequences. There's also, of course, Stephen, the monkiest halfling monk around, and Chris, the half-elven cleric, who is not here right yet, so he just looks like a battle can. He will be joining later, and that's okay, because currently the party is all split up. So since this is the inaugural episode, I thought that I might give a little bit of a background. All right, here we go. So let's see how we can do this. What's the best way? We'll get a little up close and personal. So 4 or so sessions ago, which is really like 2 years because we were doing this in person, which meant we only got together a few times. But Agnes and Dora and Twizzard all met each other. Now, of course, you'll notice that Dora is not here. She has since left the party. And they met each other in Bellwether, and they heard about some sheep disappearing. Being the good adventurers that they are, they thought that they would band together and agree to help Ragweed Bullwinkle, who is the bewildered and lovable head of the citizen militia. While they were exploring, they found an old man, Salty Baggins, and he told them the sad story of his little daughter Cindy, who had been missing for weeks, I believe. Tim proceeded to knock him out somehow. I forget exactly who. Mr. Twizzard knocked him out.
I think you just hit him.
You just hit him. Why would you hit him? He's a poor old man.
You give him a chance.
Anyway, you continued on. You found a mysterious cave. Looked like there had been a recent landslide which had revealed this cave. Inside, you found some spiders. You killed some spiders. You found some mummified or spiderified sheep. You continued exploring, and you found a giant spider. And it had some strange coloring, some red markings on its back, and I believe green eyes. And you came to the realization that this perhaps was Cindy transformed. And weakening the giant spider and then dealing it a knockout blow instead of a felling blow. Sure enough, it transferred back into little Cindy. And you found a mysterious amulet near it. And jet black with a thin black chain and a sort of embossed spider on it. You also found a sort of ceremonial chest in which you found some gold, some potions, and a wand. And I'm going to say, Agnes, that you need to still discover what that wand does, okay? If that's okay with you.
Oh, so it's no longer the wand that it was?
We're going to do a little retconning. Just a teensy bit. Of retconning. Because, the amulets may play more of a role in the story now than they used to.
Now, have I already used the amulet?
No. I think knowing how dangerous it might be, you perhaps have not used it yet. Is that okay? You could always, of course, use it today.
Well, considering that I already made a character that happens to be when I wear the amulet, but I can, of course,
What's that?
Well,
you mean a figurine?
Oh, I made a figurine.
Oh, yes. Well, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. I think you will end up wearing the amulet.
Okay.
That's totally fine. Anyway, you return triumphant with Cindy, woke up her father that you had knocked out, and returned to Bellwether Glen to much fanfare and thanks from the citizens. Now, that's when you met a party traveling south. The Galldingers, Sir Brian Galldinger, and his daughters Lily and Sarah, and with them, Monk Finric, who had joined up a little further north in Wesleyville, and they're traveling south through Oxnard. And they're going to Windbell Keep, where the Galldingers used to reside. That's sort of their ancestral home, but they have left it. And they decided that it was time to maybe come back, and so he had sent his nephew Percival, and he had not heard back from Percival. And so he decided to take his daughter's on holiday down to Windbell Keep because it's right on the coast. Beautiful, really. And monk Finric and Paelias, the elven cleric, had come along too after having all met in a tavern. So you continued south, had a nice picnic, got ambushed by some goblins, fought and killed all of the goblins, and continued to Windbell, where now, Sir Brian Galldinger, after having realized that it may not be as safe for his children, had gone back north with his daughters, and you had continued on, promising to check out the keep for him. At the tavern, you met a rather imposing figure, who you were led to believe is named Morgo the Blade. Twizzard, being quite clever, perhaps too clever, cast Charm on him, which surprisingly succeeded. Morgo must have been a little into his drinks already. And Mr. Twizzard then proceeded to convince him to buy very expensive wine for you all. What he had not considered is that when charm wears off, the person who was charmed realizes that they were manipulated. So as you were all trying to enjoy your long rest in the inn, Morgo kicked down the door, stabbed the innkeeper, came upstairs, and started to kick down doors until a nude Mr. Twizzard jumped out and thought it best to attack in the nude, as it were. And, of course, Agnes, hearing this commotion, also came out. Paelias also came out and said, "Hey, why are you guys attacking this poor gentleman?" And proceeded to turn on you, casting Tasha's hideous laughter on Twizzard, who collapsed nude, giggling on the ground, and Agnes was quickly knocked unconscious by Morgo. Paelias, perhaps thinking perhaps this wasn't the best move, then cast Fog, making it so no one could see anything. Morgo tripped, fell down the stairs, and hit his head quite hard and decided to call it a night. And Twizzard dragged the unconscious Agnes out to the stable. Meanwhile, Paelias had sneaked out and stolen Finric's horse and galloped off. So the location of Paelias is unknown. The location of Finric is unknown to Twizzard and Agnes. And picking themselves up in the morning, they met, still willing to continue on their trip. They met a local, Sandy Baggins, I believe, or Salty Baggins, of course, Salty Baggins. And Salty Baggins agreed to lead them to the keep. Now, on the way to the keep, they met none other than, was it Sarah or Lily? Let's see. Lily.
Lily's the older one, right?
Yes, Lily is the older one. Sarah was the one that played with Twizzard's beard. Let's pretend that never happened. Lily joined the party of Twizzard, Agnes, and Salty. And Agnes had the forethought to cast disguise on herself, so she would look like Morgo, having seen him the night before. Thus disguised, they were able to easily infiltrate the normally well-protected keep, and they slew all the goblins that were left behind to guard it, drastically weakening the force of Morgo. However, they are now on the battlements, and they have noticed a party. If you'd like to roll some perception, we could see how many. There's now a party approaching out of the forest, and that is where I think we'll pick up things in the episode I'd like to call "Keep the Keep."
All right, do we have particular terms or turns right now, or is this just a free-for-all?
Yeah, we are not in initiative yet because the people approaching have not seen you on the keep.
Okay. So, perception check.
Yeah, absolutely.
The D20, correct?
Yep.
And then I would add my my modifier?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, well, I have 16 and then plus 5, so I think that's how it is.
Do you have proficiency in perception?
I do.
Yeah, that would do it then. That sounds right. All right, so with the 21, you have It's a clear day. You have a very good view. And you notice, in fact, that it is Morgo, which you recognize, of course, because you are also still disguised as Morgo.
As Morgo.
And he is approaching with a ragtag group of, you can sort of tell, it's like 8 or 10 goblins. They're a little, bunched up and sort of jostling for position. But there are also 2 wargs, sort of large, wolfish-like creatures with them.
Better like dogs.
Morgo is trying to keep them in line, but you can tell they've sort of been walking for a while. They might have had some bad news lately. But they seem relatively, they're not aware of you on the battlements because they haven't seen you yet.
All right.
You have shut the portcullis down below. Yeah, what do you want to do?
Well, I know that we do have some. Well, now that I can't use my wand, or I could use my wand, but I don't know what it's for.
Well, what did you think the wand was? Maybe I shouldn't retcon the wand.
Oh, well, it was just magic missiles, but I didn't need to throw. It was an automatic hit.
Yeah. Yep. No magic missiles. All right. We'll put it back to the wand of magic missiles. Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
That's all right.
I think it's fine to be the wand of magic missiles. The amulet is still black, and you still haven't worn the amulet, though.
Okay, that's fine. I haven't worn the amulet yet, though maybe secretly I did in another lifetime.
You have dreams of wearing it.
Yes. Okay. Well, they're probably still too far away to do any long range.
Yeah, they're probably a good 300 feet away. So you might wonder what the range of magic missile is, actually.
I could hit him with a rock from that.
Well, yeah, no, magic missiles should be like the max range, like the 100 something. So it's still not 300.
Yeah.
All right, well.
120 feet. 120 feet for magic missile.
That's not a very good missile.
I don't know if I should be up here. Maybe I should go guard the back of the castle.
Oh, is that Salty Baggins?
That's Salty Baggins. I'm not a coward. Someone should guard the back. The side facing the cliff. What if someone climbs up the cliff? That could happen.
I have a feeling that Salty Baggins can turn on us at any moment.
No. I'm just gonna. And he starts to back up toward the staircase that you all came up earlier.
Oh boy. So are we gonna have to do something? Do we have like some binding?
Binding? Why would you bind me?
No, because you're a coward, Salty Baggins.
You need something slippery?
Slippery grease? No, I'll just make him go down the stairs even faster.
Twizzard, while Agnes is looking at Salty, can you give me a perception check, Twizzard?
Sure can.
Good job.
Not gonna be good.
But wait, you can add. You can add 0 to it.
So it's 3 plus 0.
All right, you are very distracted by Salty, and you also, because she's right next to you, you notice that Lily is a little nervous.
Really? She now has a bloodlust, but she's nervous?
Well, I've never faced that many goblins. I'm new to this. What do you want from me?
Okay, well, let's see here.
It's the longest forest I've ever been through.
You could be out of the forest, Finric. You tell me, baby.
Cool. Yeah, I'm sensing that.
No, Lily is
Sensing a clearing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you. So, Finric, you are now maybe 200 feet and riding hard along the coastal cliff toward the same keep.
Oh, so maybe opening a back door would be a good idea.
That's what she said.
Well, but do we see Finric?
Certainly Tim doesn't. That's what the perception check was for.
Oh.
Twizzard sees not.
I tried my best.
Can I get a perception check on anyone that might be on the keep?
Absolutely.
Your wife's gonna roll it. Yes.
Okay, I got a 10. And press 2, 12.
All right, I mean, you can definitely tell there are some people on the keep. One of them looks like the person you'd seen in the tavern the night before that had bought all the expensive wine.
Oh no!
And the sorta maybe it's Mr. Twizzard, but you don't know why he'd be with that guy.
Got it. Is there, as I approach the keep, I'm looking for another way than the front door because I don't want the stranger to see me.
Yeah, no,
Is
the
it just-
walls are like 25 feet high, stone walls. It does not look like there is another way.
I'm a halfling too, so that doesn't.
We have a rule.
And you don't have your Clydesdale anymore because Paelias stole it.
Paper sheet.
Oh, do you want your paper sheet?
You have it?
That's right.
And do I see the party of wargs, goblins, and the tall human
Absolutely.
that I was trying to beat?
Absolutely. But you definitely see them. You know that you will, riding hard, you will get to the door definitely before them.
What's in your
If you want to, yeah, what would you like to do?
I'd like to charge the door.
All right, give me an animal handling check.
He's charging the door.
Yeah.
charging the door? Wait, the portcullis?
It is currently closed. He's trying to get there. I believe you're trying to get there ahead of the other party.
Correct.
Yeah, so give me an
Alright.
animal handling check.
All right, so the 4 plus the 2 is not going to be great for that.
All right. So you sort of kick your horse into, what you hope would be a gallop. Unfortunately, this horse is a new horse to you. It's not your tried and true, Clydesdale that you could just simply, control like you've known each other forever, which you have, of course. And so as you try to kick the horse into a gallop, it speeds up, but it also rears up and lets out a very loud whinny.
Oh, boy.
And Twizzard and Agnes, you hear this on top of the keep. And it does appear that Morgo may have heard this as well.
Okay, so we've got two Morgos, both focusing on the same Finric.
Yes.
I'm seeing double. Lord Morgos.
After a moment, Finric, you do get control of the horse again, and you're continuing at the speed you were going before. It's not the fastest gallop, but you did not fall off.
Okay, now, so you know what? I think that maybe we could ask Lily. Well, where is the portcullis mechanism? Yeah. Is it up by the battlements, or do we have to go downstairs?
There is a control for it up in the battlements. That's actually where you shot it from.
Oh, okay. All right, so if we recognize, do we have to roll for a perception check to recognize Finric?
I mean, now that your attention's been drawn to him, I think you recognize him. You spent a good deal of time. And he's closer than Morgo. Yeah.
Okay, so that if we lifted the portcullis just enough for him, who's a halfling, to get under.
It's worth a try.
We also
To
might
the
have
Indiana Jones slide.
Well, I don't know.
He's got to grab his hat before
Yeah,
it
we
falls
might.
back down.
We might have a rope, but Tim doesn't know what he has in his backpack. If he has the explorer's backpack, or because he didn't write that down, of course.
Of course.
It's his bag of stuff.
Does it say bag of stuff? It does say bag of stuff. Way to go. Wait, but it should be on this thing. It should be on your.
Agnes, you notice out of the corner of your eye that Morgo and the goblins, now with two goblins on the wargs, are racing toward the front as fast as they can. Finric, you are
Okay.
just about there.
All right. Well, Tim, you have bows and arrows. Do you want to try giving it a shot?
I have bows and arrows.
Yes, you have an arrow that you got a short bow that has a range of 80 to 320 feet.
You got it. I knock an arrow and I aim at Finric.
No! Oh my god!
All right, roll an attack.
No! And then as he goes to do that, I hit him and say, no, the other way.
I change my aim to the approaching horde of goblins and the big guy.
Well, which one? One of the wargs, hopefully?
I just aim for the crowd and
Oh
I let
no.
go.
Can you go for a warg, please?
Ready, aim, fire.
All right,
How do I do
Tim.
that?
So then your short bow is a 1d6, but you have to
Mhm.
roll for aim first, right? So Shawn, for rolling for a hit, is that his hit die?
No, so it seems that Paelias may be joining us in a moment. I was distracted.
Oh, okay.
You rolled a d20,
Realize.
and it probably has a so it's a short bow.
It is. It says 1d6.
Not that short.
Well, that's the damage. So first you need to
Right.
decide if you hit. So let's see. Let me see what it has.
Been too long.
I've had a bow for a while.
That's funny. Paelias thinks he's logged in, but clearly he is not.
We've had this happen before.
All right, you guys get an extra second to talk amongst yourselves while I figure
Does
this
he
out.
does he have the latest link?
I texted it to him, but I don't think he's using his texting.
I'm gonna go get our manual.
I'm gonna get my automatic.
Damn it.
That's pretty funny.
All right, I'm gonna try the old-fashioned method of telephone.
Ew.
I know. I apologize to anyone actually viewing this.
That's fine, Gramps.
You calling me Gramps or our viewer Gramps?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I
Anyone
see
will
him.
listen, I
It's
guess.
working. I think it's working. Is it working?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh.
All right, you're live on the internet, Paelias.
Oh. What's up?
Hey, Bless.
Oh, there.
Boom! Oh my gosh, I can't believe that worked. I am so proud of myself. All right. Although, wow, Agnes is really, hold on, that almost worked. There we go. Oh God, so close.
I did it. Posted just like all the other people post.
Are you in the chat? Is anyone else in the chat?
I didn't quite
I'm
catch
not
that.
talking to you, Siri.
I
God.
think it's just me.
Oh, it's been too long since the last time we played. What, February?
December for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
December for Paelias and Finric. All right, my frame's not 100% perfect, but it's close enough. I'm gonna call it good. All right, Paelias, just to catch you up. Twizzard and Agnes disguised as Morgo with Lily. They haven't yet noticed that Salty ran away, and they're on top of the battlements. And Finric is just about to get to the portcullis, and they're going to see if they can get him up. Let's see if that works, or inside, I should say.
So I didn't understand any of that.
Perfect.
Of course you didn't.
Off to a good start.
You're a rat.
Was any of that good for me?
Is the what?
Was any of that good for me?
Do you remember where
Did
you
any
are?
of that improve your position, do you mean?
Yeah, am I winning?
You might be going to slaughter. Probably not though.
Oh, good.
We'll pick up where you are in a second, Paelias. Okay. Let's see how this shakes out.
I'm gonna make a pizza.
Paelias is in a different time zone than the rest of us, so it makes it even more exciting. All right, what's going on, guys? Finric,
man,
you've reached
I'm,
the
like,
gate.
sliding toward that portcullis. I mean, can I get the horse through as well?
I shoot his horse.
So while Tim is trying to shoot a warg,
Oh yeah, that's what you were doing.
I'm trying to raise the portcullis.
Did you decide what you get to add?
Lily is capable of helping me, then she can help as well.
All right, Lily absolutely helps you. Give me a strength check with advantage because she's helping.
Okay, strength
Yep.
is.
It's just straight up your modifier.
Oh yeah, okay. And then advantage.
Yes, you roll 2d20 and you can take the higher, and that's because Lily is helping you.
Oh, 19. 19 is the higher of the two.
Yeah, you and Lily
My
working.
strength though is -1, so it'd be 18.
Your strength is -1.
I'm a bard.
Fair
What do
enough.
I need strength for?
Sugar.
Why the bard is lifting the portcullis and the dwarf is shooting? I'm not sure,
Because
but
I
I'll
don't
take
have
it.
I don't have a long range weapon.
Well, we
My
unretconned. You have your wand of magic missiles now.
But it's only 120.
Oh, but they're within that now.
Oh, now they're within it.
Well, they've been racing
Well-
toward you. Some on
Well, you
board.
spend so much time going back and forth.
Yeah.
All right,
I think
Finric,
I have to
Finric,
resist.
Finric. You notice the portcullis raise about 3 feet. What do you do?
Oh, he can get out of that.
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah,
get
yeah.
her.
I sort of like slide on the horse under it. So, yeah, do some like acrobatic.
So you're trying to slide. You're trying to make the horse slide under the portcullis.
It's not a
Alright, but-
motorcycle.
This is so awesome in my head.
Give me a little handling check, buddy.
Wouldn't be an acrobatics check.
Oh, you wish it was it's going to be an acrobatics check for you, but I want to see what the horse can do. I want to see what both of you can do.
All right.
If it makes it or not.
Ooh. Okay, so I got my 17 plus the 2
All right,
modifier.
so you got a
19.
19 on animal handling. All right, give me your acrobatics check.
Right.
Alright, it's gonna be like a 2.
If the horse makes it through and you don't, I'm going to be very
Put in
excited.
modifier.
What was it?
10. So the horse makes it.
So here's what's going to happen. You're sort of coming at an angle. First of all, you're not coming directly at this gate. So you're basically attempting to drift a horse underneath a 3-foot gap, which of course, I mean, honestly, I was setting the DC at 20. So here's what happens: the horse does hit the ground and slides and gets stuck underneath the portcullis. Meanwhile, you sort of roll off it, but you don't quite stick the landing. But you also don't get trampled by the horse. So, you know, pros and cons. So you're now,
When he rolls off of it, is he in the keep or outside of the keep?
you're just outside. You're like, as you like, you know, come to yourself, your legs are underneath. There's a horse whinnying in pain next to you.
I'm killing
and-
the horse, so you better come underneath that
And
portcullis. as soon as
as you look to your left, there are 2 wargs, each with a goblin, and they're about 50 feet away by now. What do you do?
Should probably scramble under that portcullis. So
All right, you scramble underneath. Now, Agnes, all you have seen from your vantage point on the battlement is a horse with a madly riding Finric disappear basically underneath the stone ledge of your battlement. And you
Well,
hear a bunch of commotion.
I will keep the portcullis open until those wargs are
Yeah.
just barely at the gate.
All right, they're about 25 feet away. I think it's time to roll into initiative.
All right, okay.
All right, so everybody roll a d20 and add your initiative, and I will roll for our friends, the wargs.
I have 6.
All right, hold on one second. Let me get a method of keeping track of this.
It's looking real bad over here.
I mean, we all get to go. It's just who goes first. That's all.
It's true. All right, Agnes, you said you had a 6?
Yeah, that includes my initiative.
Amazing. What do you got, Twizzard?
I got a 1 plus 0 equals 1.
His math is impeccable.
Sweet Moses. Okay. Finric, what do you got? Give me a double digit, Finric. Just give me one double digit.
I got 16 and then plus the 3 modifier, so I got 19.
Oh,
yeah,
baby.
nice.
Now we're
Something
talking.
roll.
All right, the wargs and the goblins are 12. How's Morgo doing? What are you doing, Morgo? All right, he's still a ways off.
Now I'm still disguised as Morgo, right?
You sure are.
Okay. I don't have his strength though, I guess.
You have -1 strength.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, Finric, you're up first, buddy.
All right.
So you
we're gonna-
you
we're
slide
gonna
underneath.
flurry both this
What's
stuff.
that?
I don't know how though. Probably actually bow and arrow would be better.
All right, so are you attempting to shoot through the portcullis?
Yeah.
All right.
Is it amenable to being shot through?
Absolutely, yeah. You could definitely get your bow right
Standard.
up next to it.
Synergy.
Standard issue portcullis.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Help me out. It's been a hot second. What am I rolling?
You're gonna roll a d20 to see if your attack hits. You're going to be rolling against basically the armor class of. Now, well, are you aiming for the goblin on top of the warg or the warg itself?
Well, I think I should aim for the word itself.
Sounds like a good plan. All right. So you would you probably have a plus number next to your bow. Are you using D&D Beyond?
Yep.
We're not sponsored by D&D Beyond. We wish we were sponsored by D&D Beyond.
That's me for sex.
And I'm sure I can find it.
Did you find the number?
I have a cost.
No. So wait, so
Sorry. The damage, is that the... It's in my inventory. It's not like a... so the short bow...
let's see. La la la. You don't want.
Oh, the cost is just how much it cost you to buy it.
You don't want
Yeah,
that.
it
So,
just happened to go through. Sorry, am I looking for the damage?
do you have it? No, you're not looking for the damage. Basically, if you go down to if you go, are you on the all? So under actions, do you have all selected?
I'm on the all. I can go into... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Actions, all.
So you should see attack and then some different weapons. Perhaps you have not equipped your weapons.
Should I do that?
Yeah, click on equipment, and you should equip all your stuff.
Just check the box next to it.
Got it.
This is the content people come to this
All right,
channel
got
for.
it. Okay. So hit is +5.
Love it. All right, so roll the d20, add the +5. Tell me what you got.
All right, I've got a mighty 7. No, sorry. It's a 9, not a 2. It has the little underscore. So 14.
14 hits. Roll that sweet, sweet damage. Do you know how to roll damage?
It's a 1d6.
1d6. This guy. 2.
All right. 2 damage to the warg. Where's my damage marking implement? All right, so
Quick question.
what's that?
Is this where the 1d6 +3 would come in? Like, should it actually be +3?
It sure should be.
Okay, cool. So 5.
5 is even better.
I have one. Thanks.
All right. See, I'm gonna put some. So here's a little warg. Where do we got for? What do we got for a good old Finric here? All right, this is Finric. You're actually probably underneath them. This is gonna be hard to figure out. Oh well, that's fine. There's a warg. The warg and the goblin are actually probably just off the screen here. Yeah, that's fine. You guys, they're coming. They're coming close, but they're not quite there yet. All right. Next up in initiative, believe it or not, is Lily. Lily, having just helped Agnes lift the thing, is now. What does Lily have? What do you have, Lily?
She probably just has like some dagger.
Yeah, she doesn't have a lot in the array of ranged weapon. Lily is moving to the edge of the battlement, and she is going to take the dodge action. So if she gets shot at, she'll be able to dodge. And she's going to keep an eye. She shouts out. She doesn't. Let's see. Does she shout? No, she'd be smart enough not to shout. So she says, "I'll keep watch. They are about 100 feet away, but the wargs are right below us."
Okay.
And she's gonna take the dodge.
First move.
She's
Stink.
not super helpful yet. Next up are the wargs. All right, this is exciting. Everybody loves the warg. Have you dropped the portcullis yet, Agnes?
Oh yeah, I said as soon as I said that I was letting go as soon as the wargs were. And you
Close
said they
enough.
were 25 feet. I was like, all right.
Yep. All right, fair enough. All right. So the portcullis tries to slam shut, but the writhing horse's body that is currently pinned underneath it prevents it from shutting all the way. But it does get to about a foot, which, if you do the math, is about 2 feet of portcullis stuck in that horse, and it quickly goes silent.
That's dinner.
Finric on the other side. Finric on the other side is quickly notices as a warg, the one that he shot actually, jumps against the portcullis and tries to get through it, but is blocked. The goblin on the back, having come to a sudden stop as the warg slammed into the gate, falls off and lands on the ground next to the horse. The other warg skids to a halt, and the goblin takes out his bow and attempts to shoot through the portcullis at Finric. And he's not right up against it. That is a la la la. La la la. That is a 15 to hit. What's
15
your
hit.
what's 15 to hit? What's your armor class, Finric?
Good hit.
Oh boy, 15.
It hits. Hits.
That was just the fact that it hit, right? Not the damage.
Right.
No, you're gonna take 5 damage, Finric.
Okay.
All right, you got a place to mark that down, buddy?
More important, we have a medic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Got it.
All right, the other goblin is going to use his turn to scramble to his feet. He's a little dazed after falling off the warg. The other goblins and Morgo are still running toward you. They will be probably in another round or two. They'll be within initiative range, as it were. They have not stopped running to fire any arrows or anything.
Okay.
That brings us to Agnes.
Okay. So I don't really have range. Well, I do have a spell.
And you have your magic whistle mod.
I do have the magic missiles as well.
Apologize
it's
for
just
blowing my
which
nose.
one do I want to do first? So
It's winter
If
where
the-
I am.
if I am above and I'm looking pretty much directly below, am I
Yes.
within 60 feet of the wargs?
Yes. However, the wargs are sort of right up underneath. So if you imagine the sort of wall goes up and then it comes out a little for the battlement.
Okay, well that shouldn't be a problem because I'm planning on casting Cloud of Daggers,
I like the sound of that.
which is a 5x5x5 cube at a maximum 60-foot range.
Yeah, no, Cloud of Daggers it up.
Okay, It will do a 4d4 slashing damage, but I guess I have to roll to see if the spell hits.
No, this is just, that is just so basically you've created a cube of spinning dagger death, and the creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell area for the first time, or starts its turn there. So basically, as you create it, and you're using, I assume, what level are you casting it at?
I am casting at level 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I
No, it just takes it straight now. And so let's see, it's a 5-foot cube.
So
I'm
essentially,
gonna-
does it also include the goblin?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can hit the warg and the goblin that shot the arrow, because he sort of stopped in time. So he's a little further back. He's still on top of the warg, so you can definitely hit both of those. It's probably not going to hit the other warg or the other goblin.
Well, okay.
But I believe you can.
So I can either hit the warg without a rider and the prone rider.
Yeah. Well, he jumped up on his turn, so he's now standing next to his warg.
Okay, but the unmounted goblin.
You could hit the
or I
yes.
can hit riding warg, or the rider and the warg.
Yes.
So, which one do I go for? I'm gonna go for. Which one has first initiative?
All the wargs and goblins go at the same time.
Oh, okay, go at the same time. So I guess. Does it say how long my cloud of daggers lasts? Like if they run into the cloud of daggers?
So it is a concentration spell, and it lasts up to a minute. So it'll stay there whirling. If you take damage, you do a concentration check or a constitution check to see if you maintain concentration.
Okay, I think I actually want to aim for the ones that are actually closer to the portcullis, because then it might prevent others from getting too close.
And it'll chop up the horse a little, so got that going for you.
Two birds,
Smash
or
it up.
three birds with one flying dagger cloud. Okay, so then I roll 4d4s.
4d4.
Okay, so.
Yeah, you can borrow some d4s from Twizzard.
Oh, I have. Well,
yeah.
and I also have some more. I just have to.
Too many.
I have plenty.
And you can actually do
I
it.
probably would have taken less time if I had just rolled it 4 times.
You can do it twice. The first one would, let's say, be the goblin, and the second one would be the warg.
Okay. Oh, so then I don't need that one. All right, so we've got a 4.
Twizzard,
And
you're on deck,
two.
Twizzard. Think about what you're going to do. Say it again.
We have a 4 and a 2, and then I roll again, right?
Wait, sorry, that was 2 dice, or?
I rolled 2 dice at once.
Okay, yeah, so so 6, so roll again.
And 3 and 2.
Okay, and that was the warg or the goblin? It's up to you. I'll let you choose.
I'll do 6 on the warg and 5 on the goblin. Wait,
hold on. So you're gonna do 4d4 for each of the creatures.
Oh, for each of the creatures?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so then it was 11.
Okay, so 11 on the warg.
I'll do 11 on the warg.
Yep.
Let's find out what happens with our little goblin.
The
3
warg,
and
the warg is bloodied.
3. Okay. So 3 and 3 is 6. And we have 1 and 2 is 3, so 9 on the goblin.
All right. So as you cast, this swirling mass of daggers coalesces and descends on the warg next to the dead or dying horse and its goblin companion who's just jumped to his feet. As the daggers swoop down, they cut into the goblin and just shred its body, and it drops to the ground dead.
Nice.
They cut into the thick hide of the warg, and you can see blood splatter out, covering the other warg and the other goblin nearby. It is bloodied.
Oh yes, definitely.
All right, that is your action. Do you have a
Do I have a
bonus action or anything else you can do, or you want to do?
I don't think I have a bonus action with that. I can't even remember.
It would be. Let's see. As a bard, what are bards' bonus actions?
I think it's things like inspiration.
Yeah.
I can do bardic inspiration. I think as a
bonus.
on my elect. Oh.
Yeah, you're correct. Bardic Inspiration. As a bonus action, a creature within 60 feet that can hear you gains an inspiration die. For 10 minutes, the creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
So
There you
can
go.
I do that?
Absolutely.
All right, then.
Who would you like to inspire?
I think that I should probably inspire Finric because he's down below and could probably use the inspiration.
Sure.
All right, so then that's a
So basically, how would you like how would you like to inspire him?
So I recite a bit of a song that is about halflings' courage and honor.
Amazing. It is a rousing
I don't
sound.
want to look it up on the spot, do I?
What's that? No, you do not.
I'm on the spot,
All right,
do I?
all right, Finric. You have a D6 for 10 minutes. You can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Okay. It can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome. So keep that in mind. And you can do that. I believe, Agnes, you can do that 3 times per long rest.
Yeah, 3 times per long rest.
Yep. All right. Keep track of that on your sheet, please.
Point.
All right, Twizzard, you're up.
All right. What about Europe? It's my turn. So where's the other warg?
The other warg is right below you. And there's still a goblin on top of it. And the goblin has a bow drawn, and it just loosed an arrow at what you can only assume is Finric. Though you can't see
This is
Finric.
not me. Okay.
It's not you. You cannot see who it loosed an arrow at, though.
So you could probably do any of your long range spells
That's
or
what I was
another
thinking.
arrow.
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
My first arrow didn't even go anywhere. I didn't actually shoot it.
Yeah, wait, what?
I don't know.
Did we decide you weren't going to shoot Finric? Is that?
I meant to shoot it, but then.
No, and I told him.
Yeah, that's right. Agnes swatted your arm away. She swatted your arm.
Finric, I was shooting at the big, massive goblin. Everyone's like, no, pick one. I was like, I just shoot any of them.
I saved you guys your arrow, and I brought you guys dinner. It's now being diced up under the portcullis.
Horse meat.
Don't
Tastes like chicken.
horse, never have. Alright. So I'm going to cast Witch Bolt at that warg that's down below that I can't see who he's shooting at. But I don't care. Because I know it's shooting at somebody.
Amazing.
That might be the best thing I've got.
And the witch bolt. So does he need to
It's a
roll
level
for
2.
spell casting?
2 Witch Bolt.
Is it an attack? Is it a what's it called? Witch bolt, one word?
Witch Bolt. Oh, wait. It's an attack.
Yeah, so you would roll for attack using your spell attack. Let's see.
So then you add 3 to that. I don't think he hit.
I did not hit.
You're
anyone.
targeting the warg.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, he's targeting the warg. Or are you targeting the goblin?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He rolled a 3 and he has a spellcasting ability.
Amazing.
My die is broken. I rolled like a 3, a 1, and a 3 on this thing.
You're excellent. You want another pair of die?
It's not cool.
All right, so witch bolt.
Which probably hits me.
No, it doesn't hit you. So you know, in the heat of battle, you cast this arcane energy, and it flares down. You don't. Are you sure you have the spell? All right, maybe you don't have it in your.
Oh, it's one you have to pay for on D&D Beyond.
Oh, D&D Beyond. If only you sponsored us, we'd have this
Yeah.
available.
But according to the player's handbook, we have it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. So this arcane energy, you're a little excited. There's a lot going on. You just saw some daggers destroy what part of a warrior goblin you could see, and so and it shoots down, hits the ground next to the warg and the goblin. The warg doesn't really notice, but the goblin, however, does and looks up and makes eye contact with you. All right. So that will bring us to the top of the round. And as Finric is looking out, he notices.
Wait, so Salty is what? What's Salty doing here? Did he run away already?
Oh yeah, he's gone. He's gone. You look around for Salty. He is nowhere near you.
We should have downed him.
We should throw him off. There he is.
As you're looking out, Finric, you see Morgo quickly closing. He's only, what did I say last time? I don't know. He's very close. He's probably within 50 feet. Goblin's trying to keep up with his large strides. But behind him, on the road, coming out of the forest, you notice two horses. One that looks very familiar. And atop it, is Paelias. And next to him, on his own horse, is Sir Brian Galldinger. And they're both riding furiously toward you. And that brings us to the top of initiative. Finric, you're up.
Okay, I slowly mouth, what the fuck? So Morgo's 50 feet away.
Are you fashioning a paper swan, Paelias?
Oh no, this is just to dab my dainties.
Sorry, Finric. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Remind me, who's closest to me?
Right now, there is a very badly warg just on the other side of the portcullis. There are goblin giblets next to it, and there is a warg with a goblin who is now the goblin that shot you is now looking upwards at something you can only imagine might be Mr. Twizzard and Agnes.
How far away from me is he?
Oh, not very far at all. Maybe like 10 feet.
Okay.
But there's a gate in between.
But there is a portcullis in between you. Yes.
Right. Cool. So.
Blue is warg, green is goblin.
Hmm?
The warg that's dying.
Yes.
Or injured. Yeah.
He's bloodied, and bloodied is D&D code for more than half his life points.
Gotcha. Thank you. Is he close enough if I did an unarmed strike, or is he too far?
So you are a monk, and you are well trained in unarmed combat. However, there is a portcullis in between you and the warg.
But 2 feet of it. Maybe he can sweep the leg. First strike hard, no mercy.
Sweep the leg of a warg. I don't know, because there's also the horse body to deal with. If you want, yeah, I could give you a disadvantage on. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough sell.
Okay. So yeah, let me short bow this Morgo guy.
All right.
Ooh.
Short bow for Morgo. All right. Roll an attack there, buddy.
Who's Morgo?
What's that?
Who's Morgo?
Morgo is the badass individual that Twizzard charmed in the tavern, then returned pissed, and you cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on a nude Twizzard right before casting Fog, and then escaping and stealing Finric's horse.
Yeah, I didn't get his name on the way out.
Oh yeah, his Morgo the Blade. Yeah, the last Twizzard saw him, he was casting lightning into his crotch.
Oh. That sounds like Twizzard.
Sure does. It sure does.
So I rolled a d20 over here. I got an 8 on that.
All right.
Oh.
What are you
Oh,
adding
okay.
to that?
We thought you got a 20.
That's what I heard.
What did you add to it? Or was it a natural 8, or is that what it is after you add your attack?
Uh-oh, I think Steven's frozen.
Oh no! Look at him.
He's only incredibly still.
Come on, Steven.
Wait, he's back.
There he is.
Wait, were you just fooling us? Were you
No.
really frozen?
No, I was moving.
Yeah, I think it was network. No
All
one's
right.
gonna help that still.
We did not hear what you were. Was it a natural 8, or did you add something to
It
it?
was a natural 8.
All right, so you add to it the attack for the bow.
Look like we just passed drinks to each other.
Oh yeah, cool. So 13.
Yeah, that's not enough to hit. So you shoot at the quickly approaching Morgo, and you see him dodge effortlessly out of the way.
Oh, but he has bardic inspiration. What does that do? Is that when people attack him?
Well,
I'm
technically-
not supposed to use it until if I already know the effects of my.
But now
Yeah,
you guys
so
have
I might have
information. You know that 13 is below his armor class. So that's information. You have it now. And you still have the D6 to use when you want. Would you like to do any bonus actions? I believe you have things that you can do.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I can. Well, I can't really make any unarmed strikes, but
That's true. Flurry of blows is not really
sounds
that
like
helpful either.
sounds like I can dash.
Yeah. I don't know if that really helps you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, fair enough.
When would I dodge?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe you
Uh,
should try to move a little bit closer to the side so that you're not as
Well-
vulnerable.
Well, you haven't used your movement. I mean, you could just run back from the portcullis and be a harder target.
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, you're not engaged. You're not going to invoke an attack of opportunity. You could just hide around the corner, really. All right.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Gonna hide it all away.
All right. Perfect. You are not visible to anyone outside the keep.
Cool.
All right, Lily.
Oh.
Lily is kind of getting a little. She's kind of upset that she's not really being any help up here, and she pries loose a piece of stone that she noticed next to her, and she throws it down on the warg below her, and she misses.
No, well, it was a good attempt.
It was a
Lily.
good attempt. All right,
Next time.
the half-dead, more than half-dead warg rises to its feet and slams itself against the portcullis to no effect. The goblin tries to get a bead on Twizzard, who it saw shoot the witch bolt down on him and is still standing near the edge. And he's going to make an attack with his bow at disadvantage. Twizzard, you see an arrow straight up past your face. All right. The other goblins. Other goblins. How many goblins are there? Hold on a second. Let me bring up my. Let's see. Just consult my notes here. All right. All right. Now you can see they are very close.
I see him.
They're almost on the map.
7 goblins basically join their, run up sort of behind their their friend on the warg, and they all let loose with their bows at Twizzard and Agnes. Can you guys give me your armor classes real quick?
Mine is a. Let's see here. Well, yes. I don't know. So on D&D Beyond, they didn't have a piece of armor that I recently had achieved,
Okay.
a shirt.
Oh.
So I should have 15.
Okay, that's fine. And what's yours? So let's see.
13.
13? Okay. All right. So 3 arrows miss. Agnes, you get hit by 2, and you take 10 damage.
Okay.
Twizzard, you get hit by 1, and you take 5.
He's pulling them out of his body and he's trying to stab me with it. Thanks.
Perfect. All right. Meanwhile, Morgo has approached, and he's looking at the portcullis, and he looks up at himself and says, "What is going on?"
Is
He's
he
looking
never
at
happy?
he's looking at you, Morgo.
Oh, and then I say, "What is going on?"
The goblins who just shot at you now get a better look, and you're using his same voice, and they're very confused, and they turn to look at Morgo. And 2 of them shoot arrows at Morgo.
Yes. Or do they hit Margo?
Yeah, so
The thought that counts.
Yeah, it's a thought that counts.
all right. Morgo catches one of the arrows in midair.
Oh, good.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm still learning how to play Morgo. This is gonna be awesome.
Didn't see you catch any. Fake Morgo.
Well, I wasn't expecting my own goblins to fire at me.
Sticking at you.
So Morgo takes one of the arrows into the shoulder, catches the other, and throws it back at the goblin that shot it. It's fucking awesome.
Classic Morgo.
My loyal goblins!
Guy doesn't take arrows from anyone.
All right. This is awesome.
I don't think it's real effective if you throw an arrow.
Yeah, I know. Well, but he's really close to him, so I think he really just has to kind of jab it.
I think it's more like an annoyance thing.
Finric,
I mean, was he throwing it like a dart?
Finric, you recognize the movie that he just did.
You recognize that move?
The move?
Yeah, you recognize it, Finric.
Because you taught it to him when he was a small child?
Flashback.
Oh my goodness.
What is that like? What do I recognize about the move?
What's that?
Do you do some kind of check?
Yeah.
Sure. Give me a give me an insight check.
Okay. 15.
Good check.
You realize that it is the same same Cobalt Soul deflect missiles move that you learned yourself. Do you have deflect missiles?
Well,
I
now he
do
does.
actually.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you definitely recognize it. Agnes, please
Yes.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, and you have advantage.
Right. Is that a d20?
It is a d20, and you roll 2 and take the higher number, and then you would add your wisdom modifier to it.
Okay, so I have an advantage.
You do have advantage on it, yes.
Okay, that's not so great.
Mm.
16 plus 1 is 17 is my better throw.
What the heck is the DC for the freaking monk. Oh, okay. 17, you said?
Yes.
All right. You realize that Morgo just tried to charm you,
Just
But it-
try to charm me.
but it
well,
it does not affect you.
because unlike him, I am not fooled so easily.
All right.
The
That
real
brings us.
Margo wouldn't be fooled so easy. And can I say that out loud?
Absolutely.
So I shout from the battlements, "How dare you try to charm me, you imposter!"
Morgo rips the arrow out of his shoulder, snaps it in half, and says, "Get the fuck out of my keep!" And he throws them.
Hey, this is a G-rated channel.
Is it? I don't think it is. It's a good question, though. We should figure that out. All right. Paelias, please roll for initiative, Paelias. So roll your Paelias. Roll your d20 and add your initiative.
Who?
You, Paelias.
You're
So,
zooming in now. You're within a certain range.
Exactly.
am I supposed to have dice for this?
Sweet Moses.
You might want to have you can roll online dice.
Oh, can I dice online?
I mean, there are. If you just type into Google dice roller, you'll find something. Will suffice, you son of a bitch.
Like, roll for me?
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
20s.
Well, we have so many here.
You want to roll for me?
I don't know. Is that permissible?
It's totally permissible.
I'll allow it.
All right. What does he need? A D20?
D20, and then what's your initiative? It should be at the top of your sheet somewhere, Plies.
Oh, it's strong.
I know. I was just.
Is it strong?
Dice just for you.
My initiative is INT.
No, that's your intelligence.
Oh, it's
Under
in my
proficiency.
armor class?
Next to armor class.
Yeah, it's still 0.
What?
Okay. He rolled a 7, so a 7 plus 0 is 7.
Yeah, your initiative is 0. That's a good point. All right. Okay, that's fine. Well, believe it or not,
You might want to download an app so I don't have to roll for you.
All right, so what should I download?
just download a dice rolling app.
Dice rolling app.
Yeah, you'll find one. There's a zillion of them.
Okay.
All right, so Sir Bryant turns to Paelias and says, "Onward, my friend!" And he
Sorry, who's
charges. What's that?
Who's Sir Bryant?
Sir Bryant's the.
He's the guy you've been riding along with.
Oh,
So
got it.
if you remember, you went to Bellwether Glen,
Yes.
where you heard rumors of the amulets, and so you
Yes.
decided to turn around and come back. So you basically rode through the night. You got to Bellwether Glen. You heard these rumors as you were trying to have breakfast. You got right back on your horse because you realized that those two fools that you were with, Agnes and Twizzard, might have exactly what you've been looking for. And you were riding back as fast as you could on the horse you stole from Finric, while you were joined where the roads crossed by Sir Bryant, who you quickly filled in. He was looking for his daughter, who had apparently jumped out of his wagon at some point, and he is quite upset. And now he is riding back with you, and you're emerging as this battle is unfolding before you around the center of this, around the portcullis of this keep.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he says, "Come on, my friend, to battle!" And he raises his sword and he charges down as fast as he can into the fray.
And I
All
said,
right.
Wait. Let me just download a dice rolling app.
Sounds good.
If you just Google dice roller, there's a widget embedded in the search result.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, just Google it.
Real quick.
All right.
All right, Agnes, you're up.
Okay, so because I was hit, does that mean my concentration has now ceased and my cloud of daggers are no longer spinning around crazily?
Oh my god, I forgot about your cloud of daggers.
Yes.
Ooh, they're still dagging.
Let's see. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on a second.
Because there were some goblins that were entering in that range, and
I mean-
that one bloodied.
Arguably, they wouldn't have entered a cloud of daggers.
No, but
But
that one warg that keeps hitting the portcullis would probably be killing itself.
yes, that is very true. Hold on one second. Uh,
So I didn't do anything. I just rode in.
yeah, you basically rode in the range. You'll be able to engage next turn.
Yeah, you did it super good.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
You'll be stuck in this keep with us soon.
No, I don't think I want him in the keep.
Okay, so the DC equals 10 or half the damage. So roll a Constitution.
Okay.
So roll a d20,
Um,
add your Constitution modifier, and hope it's above 5.
5.
All right. All right. You definitely lose the cloud of daggers. However, yeah, no, it would have taken it on its turn. I think that the warg that was up against the portcullis would have taken the damage. So because you would lose concentration when the goblin shot you, the warg would have taken it first. So roll your 4d4, and we'll see.
And this is all towards that one particular warg, right?
Yes, but it's still the 4d4.
Right, but it's 4 of them instead of the 2 towards the warg and 2 towards the goblin.
Well, no, last time you got 4 toward both, because it's 4 toward any creature inside the cloud.
Oh, right, yes, true.
Yeah, that's why the goblin was
Forgetting
gibletified.
that. All right, 4 plus 3 is 7. And 3 plus 1 is 4, so that's 11.
All right, that warg is chopped to bits. You have gibleted a warg.
Mmm. Add that to the goblin and the horse, and we've got a nice stew coming along.
Yeah, Agnes is doing some heavy lifting
It's
here.
right around the corner.
All right, Agnes, you are now up for real. Sorry about that. I forgot about your cloud. I forgot about your cloud of daggers.
Okay, so and I'm still disguised.
You're still disguised as Morgo.
Okay,
That does not require concentration.
right. That's just something that wears off after an hour.
Correct.
So let's see here. I think.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You're also out in the open.
Yeah, so I think that I'm going to, so I can use my action as moving.
Well, you have movement, you have action, you have a
Okay.
bonus action if something gives it to you, or if you have it innately, and then you have a
Okay.
reaction that you can take when something happens. Sometimes, if you take damage, Finric can use deflect missiles as a reaction, different things like that. But you're basically going to take an action and movement, and a bonus action. You can inspire someone else.
All right, so for the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get some protection behind maybe like a slightly taller
Yeah,
edge of the battlement.
totally easy to do. If you want to take cover, and you could even do your action first and then take cover. I mean,
Okay.
you guys are you're not concerned about attacks of opportunity because you're not engaged in melee with any of these people. They're all below you. So.
Right. Okay, so then I would like to use my Wand of Magic Missiles, which is currently fully charged. And then it is a 1d4 plus 1 times 3 missiles.
All right, where are the missiles going?
I am going to go directly towards Morgo.
Okay, 3 missiles toward Morgo.
Yep. Okay, so 1d4.
And he's already used his reaction, so.
All right, so that's 2 plus 1. That's 3 times 3 missiles. So a total of 9.
I mean, technically, you can roll for each missile if you want.
Oh. Okay. Then,
That's 2.
so that was, well, 2 plus 1 is 3.
Tim, you add it up.
3 plus 1 is 4.
4.
So
So it's 3 plus 4 is 7.
7.
So glad that I have this math wizard. And then 3 plus 1 is 4.
Never
So
said I
that's
was a math
another
wizard.
4. So a
Magic.
total of 11.
All right, so Morgo, he took the 1 arrow, and you just took 11 from your magic missiles. All right, that was your action. For your movement, you want to get out of the way?
Yeah, I'm gonna take cover and then do another bardic inspiration.
Okay.
All right, so this time I'm going to give my bardic inspiration to Mr. Twizzard. So, Mr. Twizzard, I speak out some dwarvish war cry that is the title of some dwarvish song. that would that I don't really know the exact translation word for word, but it basically means fight.
Love it. And Agnes, I apologize. I forgot Lily was up there. So I think one of those arrows probably would have hit her. So you should take 5 hit points back.
So I can give myself 5 back.
Yep.
5.
5 HP. All right.
All right.
That takes us to Twizzard. And remember, you have an inspiration dice if you want it.
And don't forget, you have a 1d6 inspiration that you can roll
use whenever.
before finding out what your stuff does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after you roll, but before I tell you what happens.
So what's the situation? You didn't hit him with anything,
Sitch.
right?
Oh,
All
no,
right,
I hit.
let's talk about the situation here. We've got a unhurt Worgen goblin below, closest. We've got sort of a group of 7 goblins, all in a clump, behind what used to be a cloud of daggers. One of them is wounded. And you've got Morgo standing behind that. And you've got a quickly approaching Paelias and Galldinger on horses. That is the situation, my friend. You know Finric is somewhere below you. Lily is hiding after getting hit with an arrow. And Agnes has just inspired you with the dwarven word for attack. Or fight.
Finric's safe though, right? He's on the good side of the portcullis.
Finric is, to your knowledge, somewhere down there. But all the goblins just shot at you guys. You know that much.
And I use my witch bolt. Can't cast that again, right?
I don't know. What is Witch Bolt? It's a level 1 spell?
So it's his level 2, so he only used 1, so he should be able to technically use it again because he has 2 slots open in his level 2.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you want to use your
Right?
second... You have 2 level 2 slots, so you can cast...
Right, but
The
he
same
has 4 level 1 slots. Do you want to do something...
None of these seem like good ideas.
No, the magic missile?
These seem like things I want to cast, but they seem like really bad ideas.
Because the
I mean, magic missile's guaranteed to hit.
per victim.
Why don't I...
Yeah, I'll try that. I didn't have any luck with this. Alright,
So that's 3. So
I'm
you
casting
can...
magic missile right at Morgo's brain.
Right at his brain.
And-
Got it.
And all 3 of the magic missiles are going towards Morgo? Because you can do
2
it
in
to
his
3.
brain, 1 in his crotch.
You're still going to have to roll, Katie.
That's really good specificity. I really like that attention to detail.
And we might want to, after we see this, we might want to check. Ooh!
Oh, I rolled above a 3!
17 plus 3 casting abilities, so that's not a nat 20, but still a 20.
Wait, hold on. You don't need to roll attack for magic missile.
Don't.
I'm still happy I rolled above a 3.
I thought at one time we were doing that.
No, remember, you literally just did magic missile.
No, but mine's a wand. His is a spell.
Mine in my hands.
Oh, magic. They're both the same. They're both the same. Sorry,
Oh, they're both.
they're
Okay.
both the same.
All right.
That's one of the
So-
beautiful things of magic missile. It sacrifices a little damage to give you
I'm
guaranteed
excited
hit.
about getting 20 there.
That's not happening again.
Okay, so then roll your 1d4 3
Alright,
times.
Here we go. First magic missile to the brain.
1. Plus 1. 1+1, so it's 2. Go ahead.
Second
next.
magic missile to the brain.
2 + 1, so that's a total of 5 now.
Third one to the crotch.
4 + 1.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
5 to the crotch. 5 to the brain and 5 to the crotch.
All right. Morgo he's looking a little rough. He's looking a little rough.
Probably better.
The magic missile slams him in the side of the head. Slams him from the other side in the side of the head. And as he's the third hits him right in the crotch, and he's like,
Now he's a falsetto.
he looks up at you. He shakes his fist and he's like, "You'll die for that."
How do you like that, Morgo?
Cover.
Can I duck behind something and hide?
Absolutely.
'Cause I am now scared.
Even though he's part inspiration, he's frightened.
It's understandable.
Maybe he's just smarter right now.
I move behind Agnes and duck.
But I'm hiding too, so it's okay.
Good thing you got that duck.
Fine. We'll add that to the Thanksgiving Day feast going on downstairs.
All right. That brings us to the top. Finric, you are up.
Hey, buddy. Okay, cool. So how far away is Margot at this point? Like where?
I mean, he's let me paint the picture. Horse carcass, warg carcass, seven goblins in a group, Morgo.
So if you look at the picture at the top of your screen, it kind of shows you approximately.
Yeah, here let me see if I can get.
What are the units?
Sorry, so these are goblins. Each square. Can you see the squares? Each square is 5 feet.
Yeah.
5 feet. Got it.
5 feet.
Yeah.
Where's Paelias and all that?
You are about maybe. Your next turn, you will close within. If you want, you can close within melee range. So you're probably 20 feet, 25 feet. Still on your horse, riding very quickly toward the back of Morgo, next to Sir Bryant.
Oh, not behind Sir Bryant, not trying to be a little bit slower.
Well, no, actually, Sir Bryant is a little in the head. Sorry, because he has. Sir Bryant has 1 higher initiative, so he's slightly ahead of you, Paelias.
So I'm coming up behind Morgo, or I'm coming up behind these 3?
You're coming up behind Morgo.
Oh, okay.
See, here's where like I would love to like.
So you're like
Be able to use
this
some
is
bonus
you're like
actions
over
and
here.
stuff.
Yeah, no, you're a monk behind a cage is definitely at a disadvantage.
Yeah,
Now,
it seems like
There
trying
is
to-
still a foot underneath the portcullis if you'd care to go out and engage.
That's actually what I was thinking, but it seems like that might be very foolish.
There's too many goblins out there.
There's a fair amount of goblins.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So Finric's gonna play it safe, and he'll step back out.
Yeah.
And,
Take a shot.
Take a shot at one of the goblins. Just try to whittle down that number.
Yeah. Sounds good. Roll for attack.
Oh boy.
Billy races. Fun.
All right, so I got a natural 16 on that guy.
All right, that's gonna hit no matter what you add to it. Unless do you have a negative like? No, just kidding.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna roll the d6 for the arrow. Got a 4 plus 3.
All right,
7.
your arrow straight through the eye socket of a goblin, just like he's just flies backward with the impact, hits the ground dead.
Nice.
Oh, it wasn't just a lobotomy?
Now it pushed him back. His goblin friends sort of look around like, "Oof, shit." So that was half.
It wasn't one of the goblins that is on my side, right?
What's that?
You didn't kill one of the goblins that are on my side.
Unclear at this moment. You just sort of shot. I assume you were just were you trying to aim for a specific goblin?
No, he just said into the pack.
Yeah. Okay. So that was maybe call it a third of your movement and then your action.
Cool. So I feel like I should kind of duck back.
Duck back.
And take cover again. You know, like a coward.
Yep. Sounds like a plan. All right, Lily, having just been hit by an arrow, a little less gung-ho than she was, but she stands up, takes another rock, and throws it at a goblin. And she misses again. And she ducks back down, though, this time. Very smart, Lily. Very smart. Which brings us to the goblins and the wargs. All right. Agnes, would you care to say anything before the goblins go?
Oh, right, okay. So, I am... I'm probably going to say something... Actually, can I do a cantrip?
Absolutely. Wait, no. It's not. I mean, it's not your turn.
No, I can just speak.
Yes.
Okay. So I think I'm going to berate the goblins for being fools and being tricked by this cheap illusion that some person has cast upon themselves.
Give me your persuasion check.
Oh, persuasion.
It should be, unless you're proficient, it should just be your charisma modifier.
Well,
or
no,
D20 plus.
It's only going to be a 10.
It's what?
It's only a 10.
Oh, okay. So even after adding the stuff. Okay.
Yep. Clickety-clack.
All right. Two of the goblins are convinced by you.
How many?
Two of the goblins are convinced by you, and they turn and attack Morgo with their scimitars.
Nice. These are probably the same two. Well,
yeah.
He did go one, didn't he?
I think. Oh my God! So many sheets. That's gonna hit.
Loyal.
All right, so one of them swings wide. Morgo dodges. The other one cuts into the leg of Morgo, and he doesn't like that. Let's see. All right, he is gonna blow a key point.
Did that goblin happen to like cut into like maybe the back of his hamstring or something? Or
So as he no, just sort of the thick of the thigh. As he cuts into him, you see Morgo, and he knocks the goblin, and it falls to the ground, stunned.
my poor creatures.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry.
Is it raining?
Yes, it's raining.
No, I think it's the airplane.
It's not raining here. Is it raining there, Paelias?
It was.
Oh, it was windy.
You can stop.
Is it pretty much just a 50-50 chance of it's raining there?
Pretty much, yeah. Probably 70-30 this time of year.
Oh no, the wind's kicking up.
It's windy.
Shawn, it looks like you're just listening to like music on your iPod.
No, sorry. I'm looking up how this works for Morgo. Sorry.
I'm gonna turn off our dragon.
All right. I did that a little wrong, but it's okay. I'm going to allow it because I'm the DM. Alright. So, the goblins, seeing no clear targets on the battlements, 3 of them are going to let loose arrows. You can hear them whistling overhead. Let's see, so these 2 attacked Morgo. Those 3 shot arrows. 2 of them are going to go over and attempt to get underneath the portcullis, which is about a foot up. One of them gets stuck, one of them gets through.
Yeah, that's pretty small.
The small goblin.
Oh, they are goblins.
The goblins are small. One of them got stuck, one of them got through the portcullis. And he's sort of looking around. And he spots you, Finric, but that's all he does.
Nice.
That brings us to...
Probably not one of your goblins.
Oh, that brings us to Morgo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right. Morgo looks up at you, or where you used to be. He looks at the portcullis, he looks at the goblin he just stunned, and he's like, enough of this! And darkness flows out of him and takes up the entire area around him. Sort of just this unnatural, magical darkness. And you can't see him or the goblins around him anymore.
Oh boy.
I can't even see Steven.
All right. That brings us to, I believe, Sir Bryant. All right. Sir Bryant, charging up on his horse, sees this sort of magical darkness appear in front of him, and he's like, whoa! And he slows the horse down. And is he successful? You see him and the horse pass into the darkness, and you hear the clang of sword on shield. Paelias, you're up. You just noticed this darkness appear, and Sir Brian, who's maybe a horse length ahead of you, slid into it. And it's not like fog. It's not like it's just he's there, and then he's into this darkness. He's gone. What would you like to do?
So, I was able to see all this stuff happening before.
Absolutely.
Do I know which Morgo is Morgo?
Give me a perception check.
Are you gonna try? You are.
He might not know.
I'm just asking. Like, what do I know? What do I not know?
I'm with Lily and with Mr.
But
Twizzard.
he doesn't know which one's which.
Are
right?
you really that dense?
But he doesn't know.
Let's find out. Give me a perception check.
What does that mean, Shawn? What do I do for that?
Oh, sorry. Roll a d20 and
20?
add your perception.
I got an 8.
What's that?
Wait, is the D20 just... Yeah, I think I just got an 8.
Okay.
And then...
Your perception
Your
is
perception is a +4.
Oh, how do you know that? Is that wisdom?
It's on your... Yeah. Well, it's among the wisdom skills, but it's under skills in general.
So +4.
Under P perception, it's +4.
Got it, thanks.
How do you know what his is, though?
I got 12 then.
How do you know what his
See
is?
everyone's.
Yeah, we can see each other's.
Oh, because we're all in the same campaign. That's so convenient.
Yeah, that one tabs up.
Oh, look, even I can see it. Oh, but he has proficiency. Oh, that's why it's +4. Okay, I understand now. Okay, so you have been observing, even as you wildly run across the field. It was a relatively low DC. You definitely know that the real Morgo is the one that just disappeared into the cloud of darkness.
Okay.
And the Morgo that you saw drop beneath the battlements is not. You don't know who it is. I mean, you probably strongly suspect it's Agnes, but
Okay, that's fine. And do I know? So, how close am I to each? So I'm closest to Morgo, right?
yes.
How close am I to the other three? To these three?
Well, they are on the top of a 25-foot wall.
On the top of a 25-foot wall.
Yeah, it's probably 15 feet to the base of the wall, and then 25 feet up.
All right. So give me a hypotenuse. What's the hypotenuse?
Hypotenuse?
Yeah.
15 squared plus 25 squared. Take the square root, add it together.
I see. You're asking about what range they're at?
35.
Yeah, I need to know range.
He's going to try to shoot at us because that's who he is. But we're hiding.
Yeah,
I don't know why you'd think
to be fair, you cannot see any of them right now. They have all ducked behind the battlements.
Right. Okay, but I still need a range.
Okay. Someone do the Pythagorean theorem for me.
I got it. Hold on.
Was it 15 and 25?
15
Yeah.
times 15.
15 squared plus 25 squared.
Yep. Square
Take
root.
the square root. 29 feet.
All right.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wow, that's pretty incredible.
Because he
Alright.
has something that's 30 feet, I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
I would like. So can I get a hit point from everyone?
No.
Oh, I can't.
None of them look bloodied. Are any of you bloodied?
No.
I don't think so.
I heard Finric was a little under the weather.
You can't see Finric. He's inside. He's on the first floor.
Yeah, he's a
Are
different.
you going to bless us?
He's not far enough away. He's too far.
You cannot see Finric. You last saw him go. He's on the other side of the portcullis, and he dodged
I
around to the
don't
left.
think I need to see anybody. I just need to be within 30 feet.
I understand. You are. There is a solid stone wall in between you and Finric.
Okay, here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I
Let's
have
hear
a
what you want to do.
channel- I have a channel divinity,
Okay.
and I would like to present my holy symbol to restore up to 15 hit points divided among creatures within 30 feet of me.
Ah.
Oh, he's trying to get back into our good graces.
It's working.
Got
So
it.
sounds like I'm 29 feet away, so it sounds like I'm within range of at least two of them.
And we're both hit with arrows.
Do you have to see them?
I don't think so. It just says, as an action, you can use channel divinity and present your holy symbol to restore up to 15 hit points divided among any creatures within 30 feet, up to half a creature's hit point max. You can't use this feature on an undead or a construct.
All right.
Fighting.
I mean,
That's fine, I've always
you just saw them. You know where they are. I will allow it. And I believe we decided. Did we decide on Mystera for you?
That was the second one, right? Because there's no moon.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
let's go with Mystera. So what
Okay.
is your holy symbol?
Oh, I don't know. Well, how would I find that?
You can make it up.
You have to pick one.
Oh, it's
It's a teddy bear.
I was gonna go with. All right, wait. Let's get a good one. It's it's the man and woman symbol put together.
Oh, so the circle with an arrow and a circle with a
Yeah.
Oh,
cross?
if you want, do you? I'm fine with that. There's also this one that the internet seems to think is.
Oh, what do you got? Oh, that's. Yeah. Well, can we put the man and woman symbol in that?
Absolutely.
All right. Cool.
Is it sort of like the prince symbol?
Yeah, the prince with the princess.
Formerly known as Prince symbol.
I love it. All right. How would you? Okay. So let's see. So you are dividing up 15.
Yeah. So I need to know. I'd like to know who's more hurt so
They-
that I can divvy it up.
Yeah. They have. Give me a. Let's see.
Actually,
What do you know about
can
goblins?
see it on the,
So you fought goblins the other day with these people.
Yeah.
You know what damage a goblin arrow does, and you know each one of them got hit by a goblin arrow.
Okay.
And a goblin arrow does 5 damage on average.
Okay.
So
So they all have at least 5 damage.
that is a safe assumption that I think you would be able to make, having just fought goblins recently.
Okay, but I feel like I saw that Finric got more hurt. Did I not see that?
You can do what you want at this point. I've said enough.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
I said I've said enough. I'm going to let you decide.
So, you know that the people on the top have been possibly hit by arrows, and arrows cost 5.
Yeah, you've definitely seen that, and I don't know if you were out of the woods yet when Finric got hit by the arrow, to be honest.
And the other question is Finric as close as they are? Is he also within 30 feet?
Well, he wouldn't be the hypotenuse. He would be almost just direct line.
He's behind
Yeah,
a
so
wall.
I can do
don't think
diagonal.
he
I do diagonal to him.
can- You need line of
He,
sight.
he is.
I don't think they need line of sight because I can't see anything.
Yeah, you don't need line of sight, or at least if you do, fuck it. So
I would argue if it's working by like a divine symbol, I
Yeah.
don't think that line of sight is.
Yeah. All right, so let's spread it out amongst them then. Let's do 5 each.
all right.
And so, but I have to know that. So I can't go up to. I can only go up to half a creature's hit point max. So.
You're right,
do
but that's
I
fine.
know what their hit point max?
So, for instance, if their hit point max was 12, you couldn't heal 15. Like, you could
I can
heal.
only go to 6. So
You could only go to 6. So you can definitely do 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he should be good for 5 for all of us.
Yes. All right. So
Oh, I see. Okay.
so Twizzard, Agnes, and Finric, as you're hiding, Finric has just seen this goblin poke his head around. Twizzard and Agnes have just heard and seen arrows whistling above them. You sort of feel this magical peace come over you, and you are each healed for 5 hit points.
All right. Why, thank you, kind sir.
Hey, you're welcome.
Now,
To be of service.
what are
I'm
you
just
doing?
looking
Where's my horse?
What are you doing with the horse? Are you stopping before the darkness? Are you going into the darkness? What's going on with there?
Oh, you want movement?
Well,
Yeah, I'm
are
moving
you
forward.
are you trying to stop before you enter the darkness?
No, I'm moving forward.
No. Oh, I know.
Into the
You,
darkness.
you would enter the darkness if you don't pull your horse to a halt, and I'm asking if you want to do
My
that.
horse. My horse.
Oh,
Because of-
water under the bridge. No, I'm following. I'm steadily following behind my good buddy whose name I forgot.
Yeah, Sir Brian Galldinger. He tried to
Right.
skid to a halt. He tried to skid to a halt before the darkness. He failed and entered the darkness.
Oh, did I see him try to get to a halt?
Absolutely.
Okay, then I also tried to skid to a halt.
Okay, roll your d20 and add your animal handling, which I somehow doubt you're proficient in, but it's probably just your
Okay.
straight wisdom.
Let me find that again.
We got a +2.
+2, buddy. So roll a
Oh,
d20
no, I mean the dice.
Zeros.
Where's my dice?
Oh, well, let's be
I have a lot of windows open right now.
and...
Hold on. Let me start.
where are your digital dice?
excited to put as a proficiency.
Okay, hold on. I'm fine. I'm just gonna get some more digital dice here. What was it? Google there, Twizzard?
Oh, just Google dice roller.
Dice. Okay. So a D20?
Yeah.
You want a D20 there, Dungeon Master?
Correct. Yep.
Absolutely.
Alright, so I got
Right.
20. Holy crap.
You got a nat 20.
And then what am I supposed to look at? +2?
Yes, but did you rolled a natural 20 basically? You rolled the dice and you got a 20?
I did.
All right. You can make that horse do whatever you want. What would you like it to do?
What are my options for horses?
You could
Well.
you could stop perfectly in front of the darkness. You could go around to the side of the darkness. You could try to jump over the darkness, although you know there's a portcullis on the other side, so you probably shouldn't do that.
Okay.
Fenrir
It's-
tried to
it's-
make
it's-
it drift.
It's
and
about
ended
it's
up-
about 15 feet sphere of darkness.
I guess I'll stop just short of the darkness.
All right, you stop just short of the darkness. I believe that is your action and your movement. Did you have anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's good. I can't see anything, so.
Yeah, it's pretty dark in there.
Is it like dark vision dark, or everything dark?
Good
I guess you have
question.
in it to win it.
Hold on one second.
Can turn the lights out to simulate.
A creature with dark vision can't see through this darkness, and non-magical light cannot illuminate it.
All right, so
Oh,
it's
dark.
It's darkness.
Where's his goal?
Pretty freaking dark.
Really hard from us.
Okay, that was Paelias.
Can I do one more thing?
Yeah, what would you like to do?
I just want to yell to my friend, be like, "Yo, dude, where are you?"
Bryant?
Yeah,
We got
Bryant.
that.
Bryant.
In here, my friend, engaged in mighty battle.
No.
Good to know. All right, you keep at it. Good job, Bryant.
Keep it over.
Sorry, I'm turn-based. This is all I get to do.
All right. Agnes, you're up.
Oh my goodness. So basically I can't see into the darkness. Is there any creature other than Paelias outside of the darkness?
There are no creatures outside of the darkness other than Paelias. You still hear the sounds of battle, sword on shield, from inside the darkness. You can still hear.
Okay. Because I don't want to cast anything and possibly hit Sir Bryant.
It's a bit of a pickle.
What was that?
It's a bit of a pickle.
Or
It is a
Bryant.
bit of a pickle. It is a bit of a pickle. I am wondering if now is the time to try the amulet.
Solid choice.
Maybe the amulet can give me some advantage. So I am going to don my jet black, or black
All right.
amulet.
All right. As you place it around your neck, you immediately feel faster, lighter on your feet, more agile. This feeling flows from the amulet through your body. You feel like there is a magic waiting to get out of you. There, if you call on it, sort of at the tips of your fingers.
Okay.
That was your action
All right.
That was your action to put that on.
Okay, that was my action to put that on. So, other than that, I can't really do much. I do Bardic Inspiration, right? One more time.
You do have one more Bardic Inspiration.
Roll time save.
So I already gave it to Finric, and I already gave it to Twizzard. So I might as well give my third one to Paelias. So do you know what the Bardic Inspiration is, Paelias?
I don't.
Okay, so basically you get to roll a 1d6 for either an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw. But you have to choose to do it before you know the results of your d20 roll.
Okay.
Like,
Meaning, yeah, you can roll and see if you get a 12 or whatever, but you can't know the effect of rolling a 12.
You can't know the...
Like, you can say you roll a 12, but Shawn can't have told you what happens as a result of that.
Yeah. Okay.
all right, so I tried to inspire him essentially by returning the favor of his divine healing. I'm like, cheers!
All right, Paelias, you've got that D6 at your disposal. All right, Twizzard.
Am I still kind of hidden?
If you want to be, yeah, you can do whatever you want movement wise. You've got 30 feet of movement, I think. So.
Okay, I think that I will remain where I am, kind of behind whatever is hiding me.
Okay, sounds good. Twizzard, you're up.
All right. So I can. So we've still got this big dark cloud in front of everything, right? And we can hear battle.
Yep.
We
But,
can't see it.
but really, it's only what's his face? Paelias' friend.
Shabriant.
Yes, Bryant.
Well,
Who's
the,
green, right?
the before the darkness, there was Morgo and a warg and 4 goblins.
But, oh, 4 bad goblins. Weren't there 2 that turned, but 1 got hurt?
Yes, of the 2 that attacked Morgo, 1 missed and the other got stunned by him. So he was basically, knocked, let's say knocked prone for the purposes of this battle.
All right, so.
But you can't see any of those guys now. You don't know where they are. They're all still in the cloud. So.
I could certainly just shoot some missiles into the cloud.
That is absolutely an option. Paelias, is there any chance you can get more light on your face?
You want more life?
More light.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Now you're backlit.
I said more light.
You didn't specify.
I'm sorry, I should specify. More light in front of you, illuminating yourself.
You want light illuminating me?
In a perfect world.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, that is much
Okay,
better.
okay,
Okay.
well, now you just
God
look
damn
like-
it.
Okay, so like here?
Viewers, we did practice this once. I swear he had a position where he was better lit. I think he just forgot.
It was on his counter, but he couldn't stand up the whole time.
Yeah, it was a standing position.
See, that's great. If you could like,
Yeah, just stand right there.
Stand in your kitchen the whole night.
I'd see you like to eat Raisin Bran. Non-sponsored.
I do. Oh yeah. It's
Oh my God.
it's also a work in progress kitchen, so it probably looks different than it used to.
No, it's great. I mean, you'd literally just moved in the last time we talked, so.
Yeah, yeah. And I haven't really done much more for unpacking, so.
Looking good.
2 scoops.
2 scoops.
Yeah. And
All
then
right, awesome. Ooh, nice. Twizzard, what are you doing, Twizzard?
Yeah, so
I
I'm
know
not
you're-
really sure what I'm gonna do here except firing things into the cloud because I'm not sure what else I can personally do to make this situation any better. So I could certainly make it worse.
You have light.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting,
no
right?
magical light.
Oh,
No
yeah.
magical light, that's right.
You think I could reach Morgo with a spell even though I can't see in there? But you think I could target him?
Wait, what? Sorry.
Do we know if I could target Morgo with a spell even though I can't see him?
What did you? Give me an Arcana check real quick.
Ooh,
13.
13.
Yeah, you have seen a spell like this before. You know that magical light would illuminate things within it.
That's not nearly as much fun as what I was planning.
But you have to light it up first.
I kind of wanted to use my imagination.
You do what you want, buddy. I'm eager for grease to be cast.
That is happening then. I cast grease on this big dark cloud that's in the middle of the field.
Wait, is that really what you were thinking?
That's what I wanted to do was on the tip of my greasy tongue.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I just assumed it was something else. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay. Let's get some dexterity saving throws going on. Oh my god. So what is the DC? What is your spell DC?
Oh,
Very
he has
good question.
13.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 13 is what I gotta beat. 1 goblin down. 2 goblins down.
Ooh.
I'm gonna keep track of them somehow. 2 goblins up. Oh my god, that goblin is just fucked.
Wait, what does grease do?
Slip sliding away.
Makes the floor very, very slippery.
They must succeed on the check or they fall prone. Okay, here's the deal. Well, actually, you don't know. You hear some muffled whomps and some other hoes and a "Rah" from the warg, but you can't really tell much more than that. Oh wait, sorry. What the heck is? Where are you, Galldinger?
Sir Bryant?
Yeah, Sir Bryant. Sir Bryant is. Oh, what the? Boom. I say, what the? All right.
So
That happened.
Is that all I can? So that was a spell. Can I cast a cantrip too, or is that am I exhausted?
Well, cantrips are actions, unless that's. I think that spell was also an action. There are some spells you can do as a bonus action, but that is not one of them.
Okay.
So
I
you
guess
can.
I'm out of spell use.
Yep, you can still stay hidden though.
I will stay hidden.
All right, Finric.
Hey, man.
There is now a goblin in front of you. You've just felt this mysterious healing power within you,
Yeah.
and you are still inspired by that very inspiring speech Agnes gave a little while ago.
Oh, excellent. I think I would actually like to. Can I get in the position to use my bow and arrow on the goblin that's still at the portcullis without?
So let's see. Let's see. These guys are all hiding. Let's see what we can do here. So pretend we're on the first floor now. First floor. There's a goblin right here. You're right here, and this goblin is stuck underneath the portcullis.
Got it. Can I fire an arrow upon the goblin that's stuck under the portcullis?
You sure can. Yeah.
So you want to just the butt of the goblin that's in front of you?
Don't worry.
Well,
He's a
I
monk.
think,
He can do things.
I can use one of my bonus actions to take care of the goblin that's right in front of me.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I want
We're about to see some monk
to
magic right here.
with 2 moves.
Good plan.
All right.
So I'm going for it.
Technically, since that goblin is on the ground, you have disadvantage on a ranged attack. So you might just want to run up to them. So basically, you would roll 2 d20s and you would take the lower one.
Gotcha. So if I run up to him, I can just do an unarmed strike.
Although, hold on, if he's prone, no, you could just run up and you would have advantage on that.
Yeah, let's do that, man.
Yeah, that seems like the better thing. When someone is prone, it actually you want to do up close.
Cool. Let's run up to that dude and actually short sword. Let's do that.
Short sword. Okay, sounds great.
Is that what I want?
so I think you have to roll a
So it could
d20.
be.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So I've got a 3. So 8.
But you get to roll twice because of the advantage, and you can also do your bardic inspiration.
Cool. So let me see what I get. Good points all. So I got 13 plus a 5, so I got 18.
You don't even need bardic inspiration for that one. Save it for.
Yeah, I'll save it. Yeah. All right. So I got an 18.
All right, roll that damage.
All right. So 5 plus 3, 8.
Yeah, you just run up with your short sword, and you're like, whoop, and you cut the head right off of this goblin.
nice.
Darn right. So then I'm gonna turn my attention to.
Is there any space under the portcullis now? Because there's now like a dead ward, 2 dead goblins, and a horse, all kind of like blocking it.
Yeah, I want to see how wide this. So the portcullis is 10 feet wide.
The horse has got to be at least like 6.
Yeah, the horse. Yeah, it's pretty hard to get underneath.
How deep do I would think if you tried to get underneath, you would have to hold your breath and to get under the river of blood. That's
It's looking pretty gruesome down there.
All of
Alright.
that, please enter through the back entrance.
so. So I'm gonna use flurry of blows.
Yeah, flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Is that 1 attack or
guess
2
it's two.
attacks?
Say again.
Is that 1 attack or 2 attacks?
That's 2 attacks with a D4.
And you have to spend a key point.
I do have to spend a key point.
All right. Note that down somehow, please.
Noted.
All right. Roll those attacks.
Cool. Sorry. Do like the D4 or the?
Sorry, no. You still have to see if you hit the goblin. So you'd
Gotcha.
roll the d20 twice. And this is the goblin that's standing up, so you do not have it. Sorry, you're not rolling twice because you have advantage. You're rolling twice because
But
it's
you
2
do have
attacks.
bardic inspiration.
Yeah. So roll 1d20 first for the first attack.
Okay, so I got 12 plus 5, so 17.
That hits.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I should have asked you if you
Oh,
want to
no.
use it, but I think you knew that. You fought a lot of goblins recently. I'm pretty sure you know their
Yeah.
armor class. All right, roll the second one.
10, 15. So, hang on. Let's use the bardic inspiration because I'm not quite sure what. That's a
1d6.
1. So that gets me up to 16.
All right, they both hit.
Great.
So roll damage for both.
Great. D4.
Let's kill this mama.
So I got a 3 plus 3, so 6.
Okay. He's looking bloodied. That's after the first hit. How are you doing these hits?
Say again?
How are you doing these hits?
Oh man. I think just fists one this way, just like that.
Yep.
And then while he's still reeling, I'm gonna come back the other way and just for the symmetry.
Oh yeah, totally. And what
Yeah,
did the second
yeah.
one do?
And well, the second one only did 4 because like I really leaned into the
Yeah.
first one a little bit, so I couldn't quite sustain it. But
So
4
total of 10 damage.
total of 10 damage.
Yeah, no. This the first blow, you can tell it sort of knocks the lights out of him, and the second one, boom! He flies back, hits his head against the other side, and crumbles to the ground, lifeless.
Nice. Not for him.
Nice. Nice.
Nice for us, not for him.
Yeah. All right.
You're like, who's next? Who's next?
Or I could hide.
Or you could hide.
Yeah, come hide up.
Yeah, there is some magical darkness just outside the portcullis, so you might want to hide.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's not my.
That was
Okay.
Finric. Awesome. Lily. What is Lily doing? Lily's rocks are not going to help her anymore. Yeah, Lily's Oh, Lily, what are you doing? Lily's just taking cover. Yeah, so let's
She
if we
doesn't have any basic cantrips.
No, she's a human fighter level 1 basically.
Oh,
Morgo.
She's gonna run over here and hide again. You guys are both hiding here up above. You're on the second floor though. Okay. The warg. So from below you.
There's still a warg alive?
You hear just really pissed off growling. Let's see, 2 of those goblins are up. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Okay. You hear basically a bunch of frustrated grunts and things coming from below you, and as you're sort of listening to that, so Twizzard, you're sort of crouched here. From around the corner, on your level, you see Morgo roll out from behind this wall, come up, and he swings at you.
Wait, he's in the keep?
He is right next to you, on top of the.
Look at
Salty Baggins.
you.
No, I'm still Morgo, but I'm lying next to you on the other side.
19 to hit. 19 to hit. Does that hit you, Tim? Or Twizzard?
19?
Yeah. What's your armor class?
His armor class is 13.
Yeah, you definitely hit me.
All
But
right.
can he... Right, but he could do a saving throw, right? With a bardic inspiration?
You could.
No idea how to do that.
You just roll a 1d20 or 1d6.
Wait, hold on. Does that add to... That doesn't add to your armor class. It's not a saving throw.
Oh,
This is just an...
Oh, it's not a saving throw.
Yeah, this is
It's
just an
not-
armor class check.
I'm
Okay.
getting it.
All right. You're getting 4 from that. And then... Oh my gosh. Come on, Morgo. Alright, so Morgo rolls out, looking like a badass, surprising the fuck out of you. Hits with his sword, but barely does any damage. And then he tries to do this like, bah! And he just whiffs. He just like, I don't know if he was like dizzy from the roll or the teleportation, but he just whiffs. And yeah, that's his turn. All right,
Morgo.
Paelias, you are up.
The real Morgo would never win.
In the cube.
All right, Paelias, you are down below.
Is there anything within my visual range?
Is Morgo in the physical range now?
I don't think there is.
It's dark.
Oh,
No,
man.
he's not in the dark anymore.
No, oh.
Well, no more. Well, but he's up. He's up, sort of like
He's outside the
maybe
dark.
maybe you see the top of his head. Did Twizzard call out or anything when he got hit?
Boo, hit me.
Yeah, okay. You have an idea that someone is now attacking them on the top of the battlements.
Do I have like enough to like try to attack back?
You are on a horse
Right. In the light.
in the light, just outside the darkness, on a horse. Even on the horse, the battlement edge. Let's see, horses are pretty tall. I guess if you stood up, the battlement edge would probably still be another 4 or 5 feet above you.
I need some more spells. Where are all my spells?
Good question.
Closed door.
I mean, you should be able to have, like, you're a level 3 cleric. You should have...
At spells, and all it's got is the one I used already. Oh wait, what's all this?
It looks like you have at least frostbite.
Frostbite.
For these reasons.
Oh, I see. That's a cantrip.
Yeah.
What does that do?
You also
Makes it
have...
cold?
Dude, you also have spiritual weapon always prepared.
What does that mean?
So here's the deal. Okay, you're pretty bad. You still got a spell slot? What did you cast the first time?
I
Oh, that
just
wasn't
did
even a cast. That was just a divine thing. Okay, here's the deal.
That was a challenge.
You can do spiritual weapon
Yeah.
as a bonus action, and you could do frostbolt as a cantrip.
What is does frostbite? Is that for everyone, or is that just like directed at someone?
It's directed at someone. I would give you. You're probably gonna have disadvantage on the attack, but you might as well
Okay.
try it. You could definitely try to hit Morgo.
All right, let's aim some frostbite at the Morgo dude. Let's aim for the crotch, the exact spot where he got hit with that missile earlier.
Understood. All right. Give me an attack.
What is that?
1d20.
Okay.
Oh wait, never
D20.
mind. Oh, never mind. It's a Constitution save. Morgo's got to do a Constitution save. Never mind. It's not an attack. My bad. Morgo. Yeah, no, he's fine. His crotch feels momentarily colder, but it has no effect.
But I bet it'll be hard to get it up.
Well, at least there's that, everybody. You heard it here first. Morgo.
One way or another.
Not gonna be so good tonight.
All right. So that was a move, huh?
No. So that was your action. Now you can
Yeah.
cast. So it would use a second level spell slot. So spiritual weapon.
Right.
You create
Okay.
a floating spectral weapon within range, which you're in you're within range. It lasts for the duration of the spell, which is 1 minute, and every turn is 6 seconds. So it's basically for this battle. You can make the melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. So here's the deal: you can make this weapon look like whatever the heck you want.
Uh-huh. So
Look like.
we should probably make it look like that symbol that is so powerful for me.
Yeah, like a giant spinning star thing.
Yeah, but also with the female and the male stuff put together.
Also with the female and the male stuff put together.
Very nice.
All right.
It adds the flavor.
Okay, so this one, you do make a melee spell attack. So you would, you would add +4. So roll a d20 and add 4.
Okay, so D20. It is
Oh.
2.
You roll the 2.
Yeah. So six.
I would recommend not trying to use the bardic inspiration.
Right. Not gonna get me, huh?
Not going to get you. But it is hovering there, and it will stay there, and every turn you can use your bonus action to try to attack again.
Do I get to re-roll?
Every turn you get to reroll, yes.
Oh, yeah, cool. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so that happens. That's exciting. There's Agnes and Twizzard. You now notice this sort of pulsing, glowing with beatific energy. This symbol, which is unfamiliar to you,
Is it
spinning.
shooting out energy in like pew, pew, pew,
What's that?
pew? Is it shooting out energy in little pew, pew, pew?
It's more of a melee weapon, so it's sort of spinning, but it just like Morgo dodged it when it spun near him.
Okay.
Agnes, you're up.
All right, so I feel this strange magic filling me and wanting to escape from my fingertips.
Yes.
So I am just going to try to push it out of my fingertips as best as I can in the direction of the real Morgo.
Pew, pew, pew.
That sounds awesome. So a couple of things are going to happen. Out of your hands shoots this mass of sticky webs,
Oh, cool.
and they just cover Morgo.
You're a Spider Woman.
Oh yes, I have my spider webbing right here.
Let's see. He has to do that. Yeah. No, he fails his save, so he is just covered in webs. However, you need to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Wisdom saving throw. Hey, so that's a 1d20 and then my modifier for wisdom.
That's correct.
So it'd be a total of 14.
Okay. As the webs escape from your fingers, the energy coursing through you feels good, and you get a sort of tingle both in your hands and your head. You feel this sort of darkness and a sense of power as you shoot it.
Ooh.
All right, that is a action,
Okay.
and he is now restrained. And you can do your movement. You can do a bonus action. So just to remind people, including myself, restrained. Where are you restrained? La la. A restrained creature's speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. The creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. And it has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
So how far is Morgo from me?
You are here. Wizard's in between. Wizard, you are engaged with Morgo, basically. So you are 5, 10. You're just 10 feet away.
Okay. So I will move so that I am next to Wizard.
Okay, so you want it right behind him or right next to him? Right next to him?
Next one.
Okay.
Next one.
So yes, when Morgo's, this is Morgo. That's you over there. Twizzer's right in front of him. Cool.
Never thought I'd die side by side.
Am I holding my loot?
Hard.
You are holding your loot. Just in case. Okay, Twizzard, you're up.
You need to hit this guy.
There's no point in casting light now.
And you have advantage on the attacks.
Advantage on attacks.
Ooh.
Plus, you also have a 1d6 bardic inspiration.
I use my witch bolt. I use my magic missile.
You know you can hit him
Can I
with.
cast that again?
You have 4 spell slots.
Mm.
You used magic missile once, so you should still have more.
Can I use witch bolt again?
You should
Finric,
be able
you're
to
on
use
deck.
it. You only did it once.
All right. I'm using my witch bolt again.
All right. What's
I'm
that do?
casting witch bolt near his face.
All right. You have advantage on it.
Does that mean I roll twice?
You roll twice and take the higher.
Oh, roll twice. Oh no, the 1d12.
Sorry, no, this would be the d20. Which bolt is an attack?
No. Well, last time Witch Bolt was it's a spell.
Hold on one second.
Which one's the 12?
Good old Witch Bolt. Well, Witch Bolt is 2 words. That's why I couldn't look it up. So it's a ranged spell attack. So you would make an attack roll.
Okay.
But you have advantage on it. So roll a d20 twice and take the higher number, and then add your spell attack bonus.
Okay. So
Spell attack bonus?
Spell attack bonus is plus 5 to 18.
23?
So 23.
Oh, 23 hits.
Yeah.
Look
So
out!
then you're gonna roll your 1d12. 8.
8. 8 to the face.
Wow. So you can do this every turn basically now.
Well, the trait. It's a thing.
It is concentration, so you have to
my magic
maintain.
and face are bound.
You have to. Yeah. So how much did he take?
8.
8.
8 to the face.
8 to the face. All right, he is definitely bloodied. He's also pissed off. Okay, Paelias. No, sorry, Finric.
Hey, can I get up there?
You have not been in this keep. You know that they are above you. You could explore. You're currently, so let's see, let's switch back down to the first level. Ding. So I guess looking around, the portcullis is right here. And you guys can't see the top-down view, can you? I think that's only for the stream people. Sorry.
Yes. Fine.
Over here is a sort of archway into what looks like sort of a stable. Maybe the wargs were kept there, is your best guess. And then there's sort of a room over here, and this darkness basically is saying this looks up. You know, it's hollow up to the second floor.
Got it.
You don't see any staircases in your immediate vicinity.
Okay. And there's still a handful of goblins outside,
Yeah, surrounded in darkness.
from what I'm... Cool.
But I don't think you really want to go trying to scoot underneath that portcullis.
Yeah, has to get all bloody. Cool. Great. So let's go towards opposite the I guess it's towards the stable, opposite the portcullis.
Yes. Hold on one second. Sorry.
Can't move it once it's zoomed.
Okay, you're going. I'm sorry. Say it again. My apologies.
Opposite the portcullis, there's like
Yep.
the archway that leads into like
Yep.
what looks like a stable. Is
Yep.
that?
You run into there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I see anything else?
Uh,
And
yeah. So as you look up, you can see sort of the back. It doesn't have the raised edge. You can look up, and now you see basically Morgo entwined in a bunch of webs. And Twizzard and Agnes are right there. And on
Maybe
this
shoot
side of the
Erin.
wall, it's about 20 feet up because there's less wall, basically.
maybe I can shoot an arrow.
You could definitely shoot an arrow.
Is there an echo in here?
Oh, is one of you
Alright.
watching the stream?
All right. So, darn. So I've only got a 13 on that.
13 to hit. Did you have advantage because he is restrained?
So you can roll again.
You can roll the
Nice. Get him.
And you can
19 plus 5, 24.
24 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So roll a d6. 6. Hey, 6 plus 3, 9.
Oh, that's fun.
Which part?
Sorry, I'm trying the look back in time.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. What was the damage? I'll stop doing that. Tim, you're a bad influence, Twizzard.
9.
9 total. Wow, that's solid. That's solid.
Yeah.
Sick. Call me bad influence.
All right, he was looking pretty hurt. That brings us to Lily. All right, Lily, having seen this webbing shoot out of Agnes's fingers and just restrain this person who's been hurting her friends, and who she understands to have been the one that directed the goblins to attack the wagon, to attack her little sister, just like freak out and just runs up to him and jumps and tries to stab him with a dagger.
Nice.
That's how she rolls. La la la.
And she has advantage.
She does have advantage. Thank you for reminding me. Oh yes, Lily hits. Yes. What does she do? Her dagger. Okay, where's her dagger? Here's her dagger.
Dagger should be 1d4.
And I think it's 1d4 plus 1. No, what is it? Alright, Lily sinks her dagger into him and yells out, "How dare you attack my sister!" He's looking really rough.
This dude's going down pretty soon.
Alright, that brings it to the wargs and goblins' turn. Meanwhile, in the...
Darkness.
Oh god, Shiza, it was darkness concentration. Oh, I might have just screwed up bad. Sorry, everybody. Let's take a look at that. It is. So, Morgo would have had to make a freak ton of concentration checks. Alright, Morgo. How many times did Morgo get hit?
3
Alright,
or 4.
the darkness is gone.
Oh, we did it.
Would that have affected anything? Who's the first person to hit Morgo? I think that was after Paelias' turn, right? Was the darkness after
Right.
Paelias' turn?
So I did the webbing after Paelias did his
I haven't gone in a while.
whole thing. So the webbing was the first to hit him. So that's when the Constitution probably should have started.
Well, that didn't do damage, though.
No,
Twizzard.
okay, well then it would be Twizzard.
It would be after Finric's arrow. He passed the first one, he failed the second one. So when Finric's arrow hit him, the dark cloud would have dissipated. Lily wouldn't have cared about that.
Twizzard's Witch Bolt.
What's that?
Twizzard's Witch Bolt.
He survived that concentration check.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yep. He managed to keep the darkness. He managed to keep his concentration, but the arrow was too much for him. He lost his concentration, and the darkness poofed out of existence. But Lily wouldn't have cared because she's up there next to him. But unfortunately, the wargs can see now, and what they see is so they see. Can you guys see that? Yeah. So basically, a bunch of confused goblins and a warg. The warg turns toward Sir Galldinger and tries to maul him. La la la. Attacking wargs. Doot doot doot. Where are you, Galldinger? Too many NPCs. What was I thinking? Wow, armor class is 19. Jeez Louise. No, he gets hit. That was a good, solid bite.
Big wolves, right?
Yeah, they're pretty big. Alright, Galldinger. Galldinger takes 8 damage. Alright, and then, let's see, we got 4 goblins. 2 are going to go after Paelias. 2 are going to go after Galldinger. Let's do Galldinger first. That just hits. That one's cocked. That one doesn't hit. Okay. Alright, he takes another 5 from that. Sorry. Calculations. Alright, 1 goblin runs up and swings a scimitar at you, Paelias. And I'm guessing an 11. What's your armor class? What's
18.
Your armor class is 18?
That's what it says.
Sweet Moses.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What's
All right.
my armor
So basically, 1 goblin runs up. Do you have a shield? You must have a shield.
class? Wizard, Harry.
Where would it say shield?
If you owned a shield.
Let's see.
You do own a shield.
Oh, I own a shield.
I thought you meant the armor class is in that little shield thing.
All right, so the first goblin
Yeah.
comes up and swipes. What armor do you have? Oh, you have chainmail. Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
That's-
Yeah.
Oh.
So 1 goblin runs up. You block it with the shield. The other comes up from the other side. It ricochets off your chainmail, and you're just like, what?
What?
Ain't nothing. Okay. That is the goblin wargs. Now it is Morgo's turn. Alright. How the heck do I get unrestrained? La la la. Unrestrained. Oh, I think I have to look that up in the web spell. Hold on one moment. Searching. Oh, I make a strength check against your spell save DC. That's exciting. So Agnes, let's do a little. Are you guys all dancing? All right, Agnes, you have to beat a 9.
Oh, well, my spell save DC is 13.
That does not work. He is still restrained. He will use his bonus action. What's he gonna do? What you gonna do?
Cry.
Because you got one that works.
I have a bad guy looking character.
All right. He's gonna make a flurry of blows, even though he's restrained. He has disadvantage on it, but he's gonna try to attack Twizzard. Actually, no. He's gonna attack Lily because she's kind of got a dagger in him. So yeah.
Who's Lily?
Lily is the daughter of Sir Bryant that jumped out of the wagon.
Oh, does he have more daughters than one?
Oh,
Yes.
that's no. He can't.
He'll be okay then.
Younger daughter Sarah. But
Yeah,
she's
Oh,
still
yeah.
in the wagon.
He can't actually do that because he didn't take the attack action. You can't do that. You can't do that. Oh man, you are just in trouble.
Well, that's good for us.
Who's he talking to?
Yeah, who's talking?
Who's in trouble?
Nothing. All right, he's just like, "Argh! I'll kill you all, and that's all he does.
Man.
Do I still look like him?
Yes,
Can I just taunt him?
you can absolutely taunt him.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go, ah! I'm gonna kill you!
He just like, "Argh." He just looks really bad. He's not happy about that. All right, Paelias, you're up. You have 2 goblins engaged in battle with you.
Oh, you mean those guys that like tickled me?
Yeah, that's right. Those are the ones.
All right. Well, how close is this Morgo dude?
Oh, you can't even see him. He's up on top of the battlement on the other side.
Oh, so he wouldn't be like crossbow length?
He's probably got semi-cover. I could give you disadvantage on it, but there are 2 goblins right in front of you.
Right. Get those goblins, we'll get Morgo.
Alright, cool. Alright, let's mace one of these goblins.
Mace away, my friend. Attack roll.
What do you want me to do?
Roll a d20 and add whatever your mace says to add.
And you can also do bardic inspiration.
Yeah, you have not used yours. Finric used his.
I'll save it. I got, I got a 9.
Plus what? Don't you have
Okay, so mace says +3, so that's something, right?
Yep, you rolled a 6.
No. Your 1d20 plus your
What'd you roll on the 1d20?
proficiency bonus.
I rolled a 9 plus
Okay.
proficiency.
Well, if it says, what does the mace say? +4?
So mace says 5 foot reach +3, 1d6 +1.
Okay,
that's
so
react.
it is calculating that. So it's the +3. So you do 9 plus 3 is 12.
Okay.
So you would know that 12 is not enough to hit a goblin. Would you like to use your Would you like to use your bardic inspiration?
Can I do that with knowing that?
Yeah, you fought a lot of goblins. You know you're
Okay.
close. I don't know if you know the
Yeah.
exact number you're trying to get.
I'm this little goblin guy.
You know you're close.
Do 1d6.
Yeah, do it.
Take him out. All right. How many d6s do I have?
Just one.
You're using your
fire.
inspiration. You're using your bardic inspiration to see if you
Alright,
hit.
We'll inspire this. Do I roll something?
You roll a
Yes,
d6.
1d6.
A d6. Okay. So I rolled a 1.
13.
Even inspired, you swing with the mace, but the goblin, having just sort of swung at you and like been ricocheted off, he's sort of off balance, and his off balance saves his life as the mace flies past him.
Bummer.
So that was your attack.
We can still do that special melee thing that's going on around, right?
Yeah, you've got your bonus action. You can direct your spinning thing to attack Morgo.
Well, I feel like I should take out one of these 2 goblins.
You have enough movement in your spectral weapon to move it down and attack a goblin if you'd like to, yes.
Oh, I'd have to move it for that?
Well,
Yeah.
you basically, you use your bonus action to be like, to summon it down, and then it attacks. So you can move and attack with it as your bonus action.
Okay, yeah, we should probably take out one of these goblins. So, move and attack.
Okay. With your
Do I roll?
spectral weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. What is it? It's another attack, or your spiritual weapon. Sorry. Yeah, melee is spell attack.
So I roll something?
Huh. Oh, actually, it only has 20 feet of movement.
Oh. Alright, then let's just attack Morgo again. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I think you have to attack Morgo. Sorry, I thought it had more movement than that.
Okay, that's fine. So attack Morgo. So I roll something?
Yes. You roll a d20, and you add your spell attack.
So is that 4? Plus 4?
Yes. Yes.
So every time I roll a d20, it adds like another d20 dice. So I don't get rid of the die.
Oh, you click on the die and it disappears.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
So let's roll this guy. Oop. Okay. So I'm getting 15.
15 hits.
Nice. And then I add stuff, right?
Oh. Wait, what do you mean?
So
Oh, you
I
rolled a
rolled-
15.
yeah.
Well, I may have just given away his AC. But
So
yes,
is it 15 plus 4?
it is. You would have a 19 to hit, and a 19 definitely hits.
Cool.
So now you roll your how much damage? It does 1d8. Force damage of 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Is
So
that
one-
plus 2?
Yeah, 1d8 plus 2. Yep.
Okay. So what happened?
Do you want us to roll the dice? You have to roll a d8.
What do you want me to roll? Oh, you want me to roll a d8?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I got 3. So plus 2 is 5?
How do you want to do this? To quote Matthew Mercer.
What are
So-
my options?
So basically,
Describe what happens.
this is a killing blow.
Oh, cool.
So it's really fun to describe exactly how this spinning, spiritual, star-shaped with the symbol of the male and the female, how
Yeah.
exactly it kills Morgo.
Oh,
As he's held in place, restrained. Oh yeah, you
Wait,
would have
is
had
it
it.
Morgo?
What's
Yeah.
that? This is Morgo.
Oh, it's Morgo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, you would have had advantage on that attack too. So
I
yeah,
couldn't move it far enough for the goblins.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the male piece and the female piece then disengage from the star, and they become a threefer.
Huh?
The male piece hits him right in the ass. The female piece kind of like hits him in the face, like just below the nose, and then the star comes into his chest and drills a hole into his heart until it explodes.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Let's cast
That'll
one
do
on
it.
that.
That'll do it.
Dude, that's my symbol.
Don't mess with his symbol. All right, that was awesome. It is now Agnes's turn. There are still 4 goblins and a warg down below, engaged in battle with Sir Bryant and Paelias.
All right. So then, knowing that I can now shoot webbing,
Yeah.
That was
will
awesome.
my webbing reach that far?
But do they know he's dead?
Doesn't matter.
It's me.
Oh, I know. But at this point, there's only.
Yes, 60 feet, definitely. Definitely.
All right. So it can reach.
Yep, you could, and it has a 20-foot range, or it's 20-foot. It fills a 20-foot cube, so you
Okay.
could web all the goblins and the warg together if you wanted.
Okay. So, but before I say that, I'm going to say, how dare you not trust me? And for that, you will be punished. So they still think that I'm the real Morgo.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They look up at you and they're like, what?
And so I try to now shoot this webbing out of my hands again.
Yeah, so it flies down and basically wraps up and restrains all 4 goblins and the warg.
Nice.
And I'm going to need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. 17 plus 1, 18.
All right, you feel the power surge out of your hands as it's creating the webs, and the darkness laughs in your head and glee as you wreak this havoc on the things below you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little worried about this, so I'm probably going to stop using this amulet. So, is that an action to remove it?
It would be an action to remove it, yes.
Okay, so I will probably do that on the next, on the next one.
All right, Agnes, that is your turn. That brings us to Twizzard.
It's the Mr. Twizzard, so you can start.
What's left?
Well, we're shooting the goblins and the warg.
And you have advantage on any of the attacks.
Now they're at a disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah, you have advantage on any of the attacks on the warg or the sphere.
Can't we just leave?
True, yeah. Just leave them webbed up.
Let him starve.
Well, I mean, I feel like we probably could do that because, Morgo is the one we were most frightened about. But that warg, I'm a little worried about the warg. I feel like if the warg could get out, he has really no alliance to anyone. So he's just going to attack whoever attacked him.
Alright, I'm gonna magic missile that warg.
All right. Roll your d4s. All 3 magic missiles are going to the warg.
1d4. Yes, they're all going to the warg.
Okay.
So +1. So 2 plus
2.
1, 3. 3 plus 1, so that's 4 and 2, 4 and 3, 7, 7 and 3 plus 1, 4, so 11.
11 total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The warg is not bloodied, but he's pissed off.
Oh. Hopefully he didn't see me doing that.
Oh, he saw you.
Oh,
He
But
lifted
you're
his.
also upstairs.
Yeah,
and
you're
it's
also upstairs.
And it can't get through a portcullis that has a whole bunch of dead animals blocking it.
there's no dogs allowed on the keep anyway.
There's so much blood.
I know. There's all these chunks of the portcullis.
What was the intention in making that horse try to go into that porthole?
he,
Someone had to
he
arrive and
tried
survive.
he tried to drift a horse underneath a portcullis.
It would have been really cool.
It's not like a hat, like Indiana Jones just goes back and grabs it.
We may have referenced that.
Oh my god! All right, Finric, top of the order. You are currently over here in this courtyard. You basically just saw this giant, pulsing with divine energy star dig itself through Morgo's chest. And outside, the darkness is gone. You can still see through that sort of corridor, through the portcullis, and all the goblins and the warg are webbed up in front of Paelias and Sir Galldinger. What would you like to do?
And they're 20 feet. Twizzard and Agnes are 20 feet above me.
Yes, they're still 20 feet away. Yep.
And, there's not there's not a way that I can see to get up there.
No, there's no staircase within view.
Cool. Let's go back out toward the portcullis.
Okay.
And I've got a view on the warg. Then could take
Yeah,
an arrow to him.
absolutely. With advantage.
Great. Let's give that a whirl.
Sound good.
First roll 13 plus 5.
Uh,
Should I keep going?
That'll hit.
Cool. And then d6 plus 3, 5 plus 3, 8.
All right, it is bloodied and it is super pissed. All right, Lily, having just watched this bizarre, she's never witnessed anything like this, right? This pulsing with spiritual energy star has just dug itself into someone's chest after these 2 other strange things slapped him in the ass and hit him, and she sort of backs away in not necessarily disgust, just like what is going on? She's pretty
Confused?
yeah, and she retrieves her dagger from the corpse and just sort of like turns around and faces you, Agnes, and you, Mr. Twizzard, and she's like, what do we do? What do you say?
Well, Agnes, I happen to have feather fall, and I think I can use that as a reaction if she was to. Is it my reaction to her jumping off of the ramparts?
Correct.
So Could I use that out of turn?
Yes, you have not used your reaction since you last went, so you would be able to do that.
So if she decides to jump over the wall there
Yep.
to try to get to her father below,
Yep.
I would cast Featherfall.
Yep.
That's if she chose to do it.
She looks at you and says, "What do I do? What happens now?" That's what she says to you. What do you reply?
Fight for your father.
Fight
Go
for
to
your.
him.
She looks at you. Give me a persuasion check. And she's gonna do it.
18 plus 4.
I was doing it.
What is it?
18 plus 4, 22.
She looks at you, and she's like, "Okay," and she puts one hand on and vaults herself over the rampart.
You made this girl jump.
Do you cast Featherfall?
It's like 25 feet, and there's dead animals all around, so
Not right below her.
I cast Featherfall as she makes her way over
All right.
the.
So she has this momentary look of horror as she like sees the gore, the just simply like muddy, bloody dirt beneath her. She sees her father, who she didn't really understand was there. She's been a little preoccupied, and she's just like, "Daddy," as she like, and lands in his arms.
Aw.
He catches her. He's like, "Lily, my Lily." All right, that was a solid turn. I like that
So
turn.
who was he fighting before?
What's that?
What's the guy's name again?
Sir
Bryant.
Bryant Galldinger.
Right. Yeah, well, who was he fighting before? He was clashing swords.
He was, sorry?
Witness to the black hole.
He was in the blackness, yeah.
Yeah, he was fighting somebody, right? He wasn't he clashing swords with somebody?
With the goblins. He was swinging at disadvantage. They were swinging at disadvantage. It was all kinds of crazy.
Okay.
No one was hitting anything in there except shield on sword. That comes to the warg's turn. The warg is going to try to break free of this freaking web that's holding it. So that's against your... What was your spell
Nice.
DC?
13.
Oh, that is a natural 20, my friend. The
Oh.
warg, bloodied, shot by arrow, shot by magic missiles, rips itself free of the webbing and jumps at Lily. Sir Galldinger sees this, spins around, and takes the attack in his back, and just like poof. And he looks at it, and he's like, and he takes his broadsword and swings it down. Oh yeah, baby, he does. He really swings it down. Yes, yes. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Oh man. So he, this warg just tried to attack his daughter that he'd just gotten back. He protects her. It bounces off his armor. He spins around and with one swipe of the broadsword severs the enormous head of this wolf, and blood spurts out in the air as it falls dead to the ground. The goblins, seeing this, still in the webbing, all sort of hunker down in the webbing and be like, "Sorry, Morgo! Sorry, Morgo!" And I think we're going to be out of initiative.
Okay, so now we have 4 kind of prisoners of war.
Sure do. You've got a corpse. You've got a corpse next to Agnes and Twizzard. These guys are all on the ground. Finric, you're still on the other side of the portcullis, but you just saw this happen, so you realize that pretty much the battle has been won, as it were. And yeah,
So,
what would you guys like to do?
I would like to check the body
Sure.
of Morgo.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Investigation is 10 plus 3, 13.
All right, you find, as you're rifling through what, sort of working your way around the gaping hole in his chest, you find a set of keys, 3 keys.
Oh, wait. Can I still take off my amulet?
That would be your action. You can investigate, or
Okay,
you.
I'd rather take off my amulet.
Okay. Okay. As you
So
take
I
off
haven't
your.
done anything yet.
What's that? Give me a wisdom saving throw.
10 plus 1. So 11.
As you begin to take off the amulet, the darkness that you felt before, you feel it again, and it whispers, "No." And you feel your body changing. Ugh, pain rips inside you. Your head begins to morph. Twizzard, you're standing right next to this. You're like, what the fuck?
Damn, woman.
Your arm. Your legs. More arms, more legs.
Oh.
I hate spiders.
You have just become a giant spider.
I cast Witch Bolt.
Hold on, because we're going back into initiative. This is going to be awesome. Let's roll for initiative again.
17.
16 plus 2, 18.
Oh, wait.
You have 0 initiative, sweetie.
17.
What?
Sorry, Twizzard, what do you have? 17?
17, yeah.
And Agnes had 18?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No contest.
Finric, what do you have?
I've got 15 plus 18.
Nice. So la 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 la. And sorry, Paelias, what'd you have?
14.
It's Katamari.
Okay. And Galldinger. Alright. Alright. Finric. Where the heck are you, Finric? You are in the courtyard. Are you actually closer to the portcullis, aren't you? Are you in the courtyard? Yeah, I think you hear this sort of scream or this unearthly sound, and you look up, and Twizzard is now standing next to a giant fucking spider.
Dude.
What would you like to do?
Huh.
Erin, I'm going to
Can I
send...
seek advice from Twizzard?
You want advice from me?
That's the first time.
It's not going to end well.
This is not what the amulet used to do. You have changed it on me.
Do you have Tim's phone near you? I'm sending
Yeah.
I'm sending you an image. Tim, don't look at it. Only Erin can look at it.
Okay.
Is it like a text?
Yes, it is a text.
You can put it in Twitch chat.
No, it's a secret.
Can I ask Twizzard how the heck to get up there?
Oh, that's what you need. So, I mean, we just...
Yeah, you would say, hang a right at the portcullis and hang another right. There's a staircase.
Go right around the portcullis and take the staircase.
Yes, I do that.
Okay. How far can you move? Are you using a dash? Or are you using any monk abilities? What are you doing?
Let's see. I think it's probably I can do a step of the wind.
Yeah, step of the wind.
Spend another key point to do a dash action as a bonus action, and the jump distance is doubled for the turn. Does that make sense? Does that help? What am I doing?
Yeah. So you can do your movement. What's your movement?
That's a great question.
Yours is like 30.
Where am I looking for that?
35 feet. Your walking speed, at least.
All right. So you can do double that. And then how much does this? Because you can take your movement, you can take a dash action, and then a dash is a bonus action. So you can actually move 105. You can move 105.
Wow.
5, 10, 15,
You guys are so
20,
fast. I move at 25.
30, 35.
Well, you're
40,
a little.
45.
I know.
Dwarf.
65, 70. Holy crap, you're fast. 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105. So you sprint through this place, right? You're just like hugging the wall. You're just moving. You see a staircase that curves up around this sort of central area. You fly up that thing. You jump over the top. You run around. You are not quite there, but you're within 5, 10, 15, 20. You're 20 feet from the giant spider.
Okay.
And that was amazing.
Shawn, I just have a question.
Yes.
I'm wondering if I should maybe just go get a DM book so that, I don't give anything away.
You can text Shawn back.
Well,
Oh, but too much to text.
you're saying the question wouldn't give things away?
Oh, I don't know if it would give things away. You know how you said, like, bloodied means that it's about half and things like that?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what the other percentages are for other kinds of terms.
Oh, that's the only one related to damage.
Oh, okay.
I think, yeah, we could just talk through it.
Okay. All right. We'll just talk through it. All right.
All right. Let's see. So that was the monk's turn. So yeah, this is the spider's turn. Yeah, you're right. You're up.
Okay. So I get a D4. So you ready for this? All right. I am going to attempt to leave the area using spider climb.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Was that?
Nothing, go on.
You're running?
Well, that's what I rolled.
Yep, I love it.
I used my roll to
Yep.
pick that.
Yep, you're doing it.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm attempting to leave the area, so I'm just gonna, I guess, try to go right over the rampart.
Yeah,
There's gonna be strategy.
just throw yourself right off the edge there. It's a very tiny version of you. Wait, where is it?
Gross.
So you basically jump, throw yourself off the wall, land. Galldinger and Lily are like, what? They back away. Paelias backs away, and you run. Now, Paelias, you would get an attack of opportunity.
Oh.
Do you wish to attack this spider as it runs past you?
He can take a whack at it as it runs past him.
Yep.
So what's going on with this amulet? Is she still wearing it? Is it still visible?
It is not still
I have
visible.
not been able to take it off. The power is overwhelming me.
Yeah. So how is she wearing it? Is she is it like a necklace or what is it?
What color eyes and hair do you have, Agnes?
I have red hair
So-
and I think gray eyes.
So the spider, all 8 of its eyes are gray, and it has sort of these red markings on its back, but you don't see any amulet, Paelias.
I can't see the amulet.
Nope, it's just the giant freaking spider.
And it's just running away.
Yep, it just jumped off the wall, landed 25 feet onto the ground, unfazed, and is running right past you.
Wow, that's something. It's not something you see every day.
Just let it go, man. That's not something you need in your life.
Can I get some insight or something?
Yeah, sure. You've
Alright.
actually, give me a history check.
History is +0.
Give me a history or arcana, your preference.
Arcana is also +0.
Give me the check anyway.
What, do I roll something for that?
Oh, D20.
Oh, okay.
You just don't add anything to it.
Yeah. I get 9.
Something
Big giant fucking spider.
something about this vaguely rings a bell, but you
What's
can't.
that?
Something about this vaguely rings a bell, but you can't put your finger on it.
Okay. Is that my move? Are we doing perception too, or insight?
Well, honestly, it's not your turn. I was asking if you want an attack of opportunity.
Okay. So my only thing would be a reaction then.
No, sorry. If something passes by you, or if you're engaged in melee combat and then it tries to leave, you get what's called an attack of opportunity. You get to just attack it for free. So you can roll an attack roll with your mace if you'd like to.
Well, can I do something like psychological to it?
All you can do is
Is
hit it
attack
with
it?
your mace or not.
Well, yeah, but wouldn't attack be like a spell that could be like a psychological type spell?
No, unless you have the feat Warcaster, it's got to be a physical attack. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could just shout something. You could shout something. But if you want,
Hey, you're looking a little airy there.
He has a couple extra legs.
Totally worth
are you attacking this giant spider or not?
Nailed it.
No, I'm not gonna attack the giant spider.
Okay.
Unless I can like chop off one of its legs and then it'd be okay. But
You want to try to go for one of the legs?
I mean, I feel like that might hurt long term, so I guess I'll let her go.
All right. All right. And your movement is, what is your movement? 30. So basically, you sort of climb down and you climb. So you're just past these guys now. And I believe is that your turn? I think that's your turn.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. Twizzard, you're up.
Well, so I just witnessed all that. I'm a little spooked, to be quite honest.
Yep.
But I also witnessed a Morgoth body lying on the ground, right near me. Right?
Yes. And so to be fair, Twizzard, you have seen this type of giant spider before. When Cindy was a giant spider.
That is, I've seen a lot of giant spiders, more than I thought I would. So I'm also going to check Morgoth's body.
All right, give me an investigation check.
You've like still got the blood from his heart spattered on your face.
Yeah, you do.
Well, 13 plus 3.
Oh, yes, 13 plus 3, so he has 16.
16.
Okay, as you're looking through the body, or around the body, or near the body, since it's splattered a bit, you
over the
find
body.
3 keys on a ring, sort of on his belt on one side. You find quite a heavy pouch on the other side of his belt. And around what's left of his neck, seemingly unfazed by the thing digging into his chest, you find a jet black stone amulet on a thin black chain with no markings whatsoever.
Okay. Does anyone see me checking this body?
No one is near you, actually. No one could possibly see this.
No,
Alright.
he's taking it.
I swallow all 3 keys.
What were the keys to?
Wait, they're on a ring. Are you gonna take them off the ring first? You're gonna swallow
Yeah.
that too.
I take them off the ring, and I take all this other stuff and I put it in my pouches so no one can tell that I've got it.
Okay, so you've taken the amulet and you've taken the. Do you really swallow the keys?
Yes.
Okay. And the pouch and the amulet go in your pouches. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
You do this thing. You have your movement left. What would you like to do?
I go down to the bottom area where everyone else is.
Okay, what's your movement?
Oh,
I
20,
guess he's going to go towards Finric.
oh yeah, I'm gonna head towards Finric.
All right.
And be like, oh yeah, there's nothing there.
So you have just enough to run right up next to Finric, and he's like, and you're like, yo, what do you say?
You are not gonna believe what just happened.
Someone changed into a big effing spider.
So Agnes is not coming down with me because
She took a different route.
she already has.
Huh. Well, first time for everything.
Yeah. Hopefully last. But this is the second time this has happened, so.
You'll what?
All right. While you guys are having this conversation, Paelias, it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna go check on what's his name again?
Galldinger?
Brian. My good buddy Bryant. Who I will never leave behind.
Okay, so just to remind you, there are still 4 goblins entwined in some web right here.
Oh, yeah.
There's Sir Gallant, or Sir Brian the Galldinger,
Right.
and Lily, and this is you over here, and a giant spider
Oh.
is within 10 feet of you.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, that spider's on the run. So, the goblins are tied up.
The goblins are currently restrained.
Are they like trying to wiggle their way out?
They weren't when Morgo was still standing above them, but Morgo is
let's,
no longer there.
Can we interrogate the goblins? Is that going to get us anywhere?
You can do whatever you want. What would you like to do?
I would like to interrogate the goblins
All right, so how do you do it? There's one goblin near you.
forcibly.
What do you want to do?
You guys want to be nice first.
Let's like that good cop, bad cop scenario.
You're
Let's
the-
just be bad cop.
You like grab him, like hit him.
Yeah. So some neck grabbing. Maybe I even kill one of them just to show the other ones, that I'm serious.
Nice.
Do you do that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I totally do that.
Oh, I like that.
All right, roll an attack
All
with
right,
it with
that's a 20.
advantage. Roll a d20 twice. Take the higher roll.
Right. All right, we got a 7, and then we got a 2.
Wait, but did you add your? What is
Yeah.
that like?
So your mace has a +4. What's your mace have?
Let me look.
Efficiency?
So actions, mace is +3.
Yeah. So
So-
surprisingly, maybe you're distracted by the giant spider, but you actually miss both this goblin. But to be fair, you did just slam a giant mace down into the ground right next to it, and it's looking at you very scared.
That's definitely a warning shot. That's what I meant to do.
That's what you
meant
say.
to do that.
All right.
All right.
So now he's talking. Right?
What's that?
He's telling me all.
You haven't asked him anything yet.
Oh, all right. What's the deal with all these freaking hamlets, man?
What ambulance?
Oh. All right. So why is he following? Or okay, let's get a good question for a goblin. All right. Let's break it down. Your leader, or whoever you were following, this big guy, is no more. I destroyed him. You can either be a part of our company or you can die.
Part of your company. All right.
Good.
We're still in initiative, so I'm going to pause you there and move on to Sir Bryant. Sir Bryant and Lily. So he turns and he looks up. Twizzer's no longer on the battlements. He looks to you, Paelias, and he says, "What is that beast? Should we pursue it?"
I think he's asking you.
Paelias, wake up!
I thought it was hypothetical. Yeah, we should definitely pursue it. That's weird that just turned into a spider and ran away. Let's go after it.
All right. He's going to run to where his horse was waiting. He's going to jump on the horse.
Oh wait, take some goblins because I can't carry all these guys on my horse.
My horse.
All right, so Lily's like, "Papa, what?" And she's just sort of like a little confused. All right, that takes us around to Finric. Now you're up at the top next to Twizzard, having run all that way.
I'd like to do my own check on the desiccated dead.
So you're gonna run over to the corpse?
Say again?
You're gonna run over to the corpse.
Sloppy seconds.
All right,
Yeah.
you run over to the
I want to
corpse.
see if I can, based on having seen his cobalt soul-like missile shield, I want to see if there's anything I can derive
I
from.
love it. Give me an
examining his
investigation
clothing.
check. Roll a d20 and give me an investigation.
Cool. So I got a 12 plus what do I?
Investigation.
It's at least
Zero.
your
Sweet.
it's at least
Well,
your int. It might, if you're proficient, you add your proficiency.
Oh, okay. At least my.
Do you have the circle filled in? Are you proficient in investigation?
Yeah.
You do.
0.
Nice.
Wait, what?
So 12.
12. Okay.
Sorry. How do we get 12?
Sorry. What'd you roll?
You rolled and you had zeros to add.
Yes, 12. Good.
By the way, Finric, you have the coolest piece. That piece is badass.
Which one?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We
That's
actually had an action pose.
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so you are searching this body for whatever signs you. It's pretty mangled. It doesn't look like there's anything on his belt. Um,
definitely no amulet.
But he
you
doesn't know that there was an amulet.
you notice that it's really hard to tell with the amount of blood, but some of so he was sort of in a black cloak with a black shirt, but you can maybe see a hint of some blue cloth that might have been underneath. It's hard to tell with all the blood. It might be black, it might be a dark blue. It's hard to tell.
Like where an amulet could have been.
No.
Uh-oh.
No, like if he was wearing some runic cloth or something.
Oh.
Well, yeah, if he's got a nice shirt, take his shirt.
No, his shirt is ruined. That is a ruined shirt.
Pants are probably good.
No, didn't someone shoot him in the crotch?
Someone-
No,
Yeah,
Someone pooped his
it was
pants.
ass.
He's got a male symbol sticking out of his butt.
He also had a yeah.
And a female symbol all over his mouth.
Very
No,
good.
your spiritual weapon has dissipated by now. It only lasts a minute. It's definitely gone by now. All right, I believe that's
They're
your
in
turn.
spirit, though, right?
Unless that's your turn, unless you want to use your step of the wind to jump off the balcony or something.
Yeah, that's what I meant to do. My feather fall.
No, it's okay. I think everything else seems to be under control, other than that one of our party turned into a giant spider.
Yeah, just remember, how are you going to get off, or how are you going to get out of the keep with all of those dead creatures called portcullis? You want to raise up the portcullis
All right, Agnes the spider. What are you doing?
again?
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. So I might have to make this my last go because it is very late for me.
I understood. Yes, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, yeah. You could.
So this is what I based on what I rolled, I should be attacking, and it's random. So I guess I get to pick.
Do you want to, knowing what you know, do you want to pretend you rolled another 4, and that might be?
Well, I mean, I can let you control the Agnes spider
That's
because
true.
it's just rolling the 4d4.
Well, I think it's late for everyone. Why don't we say, yeah? Let's so
We'll leave it at my roll.
so basically the spider that just ran past. Paelias turns to look. Lily turns to look. Galldinger on his horse rears to the left to look. The spider that was running turns and rears up, and that's where we'll end session.
All right.
Cool.
Until next time.
Until next time. This has been awesome. I think this worked way better than I thought it would. Thank you all.
Yeah,
A few technical difficulties at the beginning, but we sorted them out.
I was not there for that.
Well, we got through them, but now we're good.
Well, we'll do it again for you next week.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I'm good for next Friday. You guys are good for next Friday.
Yeah.
And this worked really well. If anyone actually watched, thank you. We'll probably put this up on YouTube. You guys mind? Should we put it up on YouTube? Why the hell not? It's gold. This is gold.
Only if you're gonna do a poem.
What's that?
Only if you're gonna write a poem about it.
I can do that.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
And how do I email this to myself? Just
All right. Thank you all very much. I'm going to end the stream and say goodbye to those folks. Bye, folks, on the stream.